Hey, guess what? I got a surprise for you guys. This episode of the Snark Tank is brought to you by Manscaped. That's right, your boy's got a sponsor. Isn't that insane? Who the hell would pay for this? Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming. You gotta keep that area clean, guys, or else you're just gonna be tossed into hell along with Beelzebub and his deepest minions. They have forever changed the grooming game with their Perfect Package 3.0. Precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Now, if you're some gross, disgusting imp, you may not know that the Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with the essential Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. The third generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce manscaping accidents, so no more cutting your testicles clean off and having to stick them back on with Billy Mays Mighty Putty. You remember that? You remember that from commercials? And inside this perfect package, you'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. I swear to you, this stuff is actually pretty good. It's pretty grand. It's pretty great. It's about to be a sweltering summer in a virus-ridden hellscape, so I'd suggest looking into this. You'll also find the Crop Reviver, which, is pretty good. It keeps you smelling like, not a piece of garbage. Subscribe to the Perfect Package and get a new replacement blade refill for your lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays hygienic and clean. And for a limited time, subscribers get 2 free gifts: a Shed travel bag with a $39 value and a patented high-performance reduced chafing Manscaper boxer briefs. These are actually pretty great. This is not even part of the ad. They're actually pretty fucking good. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. See what I did there? You see what I did? You see my clever fucking wordsmithing? So get 20% off and free shipping with the code SNARKTANK at manscaped.com. So what are you waiting for? Go stop being a smelly, disgusting degenerate, huh? Also support our sponsors. It really helps us out.
Hey, look, it's a little dead meme. Fuck you, little bitch. You think you can fuck with me? What a ring. Fuck you, little bitch. Hey, look, I hope it's bread. Fuck you, little bitch.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Snark Tank podcast. It's us, the same people it always is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Me again.
Yeah, it's us. It's us. You're not nobody different. Nothing new. We're in a hellscape.
It's always gonna at least be us, no matter what you guys try to do. We're always gonna be here.
But hey,
yeah, no matter how much you want us dead or buried or locked in sarcophagi. Sarcophaguses?
Sarcophaguses.
It's not sarcophaguses, is it?
I think it is.
I don't know if who's ever used that plurally?
Archaeologists?
Egyptians? Maybe?
I guess. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is that, do you think there's anyone listening to us that actually wishes us dead or something, or they want to kill us?
Probably, maybe.
Probably. I hope not. I would like to assume that that people who listen to the show like it. We've been seeing a lot of actually, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed a pretty huge uptick in people just uploading clips to like Twitter and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or people just talking about us in general. It's insane.
I had a good feeling, man. I had a good feeling. Especially last episode was, I remember laughing throughout the entire thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah,
I barely edited the last one. I started editing and I was like, fuck this, fuck off. I just uploaded it. There's a bunch of shit in that episode that probably should not be in there, but whatever.
If I'm gonna be real, I don't remember the last episode.
I don't remember it either.
Honestly,
it's hard because especially because Sweeney and I live in the same place. It's almost difficult to remember what we said on this show and what we just said to each other in passing.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
That makes sense, yeah, because you guys are always saying really dumb shit and fucking with each other constantly. So this is just another day, right? This is just another day.
Yeah, but anyway, we got some stuff. We got some questions. We got some stuff to talk about. But also, I just want to let you guys know, the merch is up. We have some merch available. We're doing a limited run for right now because personally, I kind of want to get off of Teespring. Because Teespring is horrendous, and their customer service is just I don't know. But we got some shirts up there, and we're going to be selling them for a little bit. We got some hoodies, we got some normal T-shirts. They look pretty good, I think. So grab them while it's up. You can get them at teespring.com/stores/snark-tank. That's Snark Tank with a hyphen in the middle. It's a pretty complicated username, pretty complicated URL, but we will be getting a better storefront in the future. So that's a thing. If you wanted to support us, you want to get some shirts. I know clothes aren't really important right now, but if you have the extra little monies and you wanted some shirts, you wanted some representation, then there you go.
Yeah, we'd appreciate if you guys got a shirt, particularly ones that mostly have me on it, because Chris and Derek are fine, but like you guys are really here for Sween, so just get merch with mostly my face on it, or just cover their faces actually.
Damn.
Yeah, just scribble over our faces in permanent marker.
Yeah, and just leave Sweeney there, and thank you guys for everything.
So we gotta. There's something going on Twitter right now that I feel like we would be remiss. We would be remiss not to mention.
Yeah.
There's an individual who I guess is on the Twitter, not the Twitter, the Twitch. What is it? Trust and Safety Council or something, or advisory safety advisory council.
That's it. No, you're right. You had it right the first time.
Something like that. And she went viral recently, kind of talking about how voice chat in competitive games are inherently unfair. I have a video that I'm working on this specific topic, but I saw that opinion and I was like, all right, well, this is a pretty dumb opinion. I'm going to talk about this opinion. And I did a little bit more digging, and I guess this person is a deer. This is so difficult to explain.
Yep, you said it, Chris.
But she was on a stream where she was explaining like all these like opinions, and it was a lot of like 2014, 2015, like early 2016 kind of stuff, like stuff that I forgot was even real for a while.
Yep.
You know?
It's reminiscent of it's just remnants of really Gamergate. That's just the best way to put it. The type of stuff that was being said.
Yeah, I don't like bringing that up just because it's such a dead horse, and I kind of hate hearing about it like 6 years after it happened. But this really does seem like just like one of those, like Brianna Wu came out of the woodwork talking about like I agree, and it's like what's
for
going
real?
on? It feels like this. It feels like we're just on a repeat cycle every 4 years, where every 4 years the same exact stuff happens.
The person that should be president gets snubbed out of the election, and then gamers are automatically prejudiced and bad people again. Same shit all the time.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like you have the same exact situation with Bernie, again, getting screwed over by the DNC.
Yep.
You have Donald Trump being forced to run against some corporate, unpopular husk of a human being. And you have like all of this extra shit. You have like a bunch of celebrities dying like out of nowhere, just like in rapid succession. You have now this kind of like otherkin level stuff, and it's just like, what is going on? I feel like we're in a GIF.
Oh my god!
We're just like in this weird looping image of this forgotten meme.
You can't convince me that we're not in a simulation.
Yeah,
because
it really does feel like that.
You know, they say,
I don't even know what to say.
Smart people say that, I don't know which smart ones, but I've heard that it's more probable that we are in a simulation than not, which is kind of interesting to think about.
What are you talking about?
I mean, exactly what I said. It's just the way that they calculate things. It's kind of like, say, the theory of a multiverse. It just mathematically, it makes sense. Like, that's another thing, that there's multi-universes, because it doesn't make sense for there to only be one based on of just the numbers and how the universe even works within itself. And so I think they've also calculated to the point where it seems like the idea of a simulation, it seems much more probable than not. So a lot of people that are really fucking smart are like, yeah, it's definitely possible that this shit's happening, and we've at a certain point figured out how to replicate like a life that everyone believes is real, but it's not, or something. And it feels like we're gonna get fucking Inception and do that again, because like we're gonna get to a point where we're all like just right, like we figured out how to do virtual reality perfectly, and now we have the perfect simulation. But now we're just deeper. We're like we're what New Game Plus 2? Like it's
yeah, New Game Plus.
Derek, I never thought in my life I would hear you say some wild shit like that. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
That's not
that we're in a simulation. What?
How is that more insane than, say, for example, a vast majority of the world believing that there's a sky dad that's watching you jack off?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right about that. That's true. But the simulation thing is so fucking. That's like macro-minded shit for me, and like I don't know. I can't get my brain to open up that much that there's a simulation. Like I don't got time.
I could believe that. That might as well be true. We were talking about like a little bit before we started the podcast, where it's like if I haven't seen something with my own eyes, like it is a very good possibility to me that it's like, okay, well, this is either completely true or completely false, and like I'm totally I accept either one of those things.
Yes,
like it's totally fine. Like if somebody were to tell me that like I don't even know, like Peter Pan was a real kid. You know, I'd be like, yeah, probably. All right, that sounds fine. Whatever.
If someone ran up on stage and pulled Hillary Clinton's face off and it revealed it to be like the devil, I'd be like, oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
What would you do if somebody ran up to Hillary Clinton on stage? She's giving her speech. She just took a sip of her water and she just spat out a little egg into her glass like she normally does. And then somebody grabbed her face and tore it off, and it was you. It was your face.
And then like for me viewing it, I'm viewing it from my house, but then I'm there at the place at the time when the face is removed.
Yeah, it's like a dual camera feed where like one eye is where you are and the other eye is where Hillary Clinton is.
I would be really confused, to say the least. And then I'd be like, was I fucking Bill Clinton? Did Bill Clinton cheat on me? You piece of shit, you fucking cheated on me.
Would you embrace one side over the other? Would you embrace being underneath Hillary Clinton's skin? Or would you want to go back and immediately to your normal kind of pathetic life?
Oh, dude, give me the fucking blue pill, man. Give me the fucking blue pill. Are you kidding me?
I don't know, man.
I don't want that.
I don't know.
I want to go back to my regular life at that fucking point. That is I'll take all the blue pills. Are you serious? Like
I'll take all of them.
What would you do though if you went back to the blue pill and then you woke up and then everybody was you?
What does that mean?
Yeah, it means you wake up and you call you FaceTime your mom and dad and they're both you.
They're you, but they're calling you son.
Yeah, it's like how's it going, son?
How's
it going, son? How's it going, son? We miss you.
I feel like my brain would shatter because I'd be like, what the fuck? Everyone's me? Am I everybody? Can I control everyone? Is my particular way of thought different from everybody else's?
See, I would feel like
how deep is me?
See, I would feel like things are finally the way they should be.
But, really? Really?
No, that'd be a fucking nightmare. I'd probably die. Not even just like out of sheer suicidal like desire. I feel like I would just short circuit almost. Dude, that's something you can't reconcile.
No way. Absolutely. Exactly. I would.
It's like imagine you're having sex with a lady and then she turns over and it's you.
It's you.
You're like, what? You're like, what am I doing right now? What's happening?
That's scary. But hey, man, at least you're not a deer.
Yeah, honestly.
That's
look, at least you're
you're
not a deer.
Yeah, I would rather go through all those scenarios that you just introduced than be a fucking deer.
Deers fucking suck. Deers are the fucking worst.
That's the thing too. It's like I don't want to harp too much on this person because I think it's pretty obvious that she's not mentally all. Like, I mean, come on, dude.
Sure.
Like you can't. At a certain point, we have to be like. I get it that we have to be nice and we have to be kind and we have to understand that people are going through some crazy shit. We have to understand that people's mental states are like different. But at a certain point, you can't expect me to think that a person who admits to like, oh yeah, sometimes I act like a deer and I prance around in my backyard and I eat grass off the ground. You can't convince me that that's not something that is hilarious.
It is.
Like that is just objectively a funny thing for an adult human being to do.
Look, there is certain things that are there are certain things that are off limits, right? We don't laugh at people with like Down syndrome. We don't laugh, like there's certain things that you're born with and you're like, there's no reason to make fun of somebody for that. But when it comes to something like that sort of mental illness, like there's people that legitimately believe that they're Jesus or they're Michael Jackson. I'll make fun of those people. Like it's because it's just crazy and it's silly. Just like this chick thinking she's like fucking Flame Stag from Mega Man X2. Like it's just like, sorry, like
what the
it
fuck?
Doesn't,
What?
You're not fucking. You're not.
Stag.
You're not a deer. I'm sorry. It's silly.
The thing is, too, of all the animals to choose, man, deer are just relentlessly awful. They're enormous, like Olympic gymnast rats that just jump really high. They jihad themselves into cars on the highway every chance they
give
get.
you
Constantly.
fucking ticks. Deers are fucking garbage, man.
They're really
They're
garbage.
fucking the worst.
Yeah. Obviously nobody would have cared about this person. I think the only thing that it really brought, because all that otherkin stuff exists on Tumblr or wherever, but since she's a part of the Trust and Safety Council of Twitch, and people have so many issues with Twitch, and it wasn't even the deer thing. When I saw the deer thing, I thought that was just weird, and it kind of made me cringe. But it was something else, like she was saying, like, I think a lot of you gamers are white supremacists. I don't like white supremacy. And then she was like, it's a fact, that I feel this way. And it was just like a weird, I'm like, what is this, man?
Yeah. And also just the whole reason this person was trending at all is because she was talking about like voice chat in video games being unfair, specifically in the context of Heroes of the Storm or something. I'm in the middle of making a video about that specific part of the argument. And I was the same thing with you. I was just like, I just thought this was a dumb opinion, and then I looked into it, and I found the deer stuff, and now I'm just baffled and confused.
I hate them. I hate deers, man. I can't. The last episode we spoke about otherkins. We brought it up.
We did,
and I was just like, look, as much as furries have rofted me and upset me in my life, furries are not otherkins. They're not that.
They're just
Right.
like one
They're
step
different.
away,
Dude,
though, aren't
I swear
they?
to God, I forgot about him. It's been so long since I even thought about that word or even like saw something like that. Like sometimes I'll have like a nice nostalgic flashback of that documentary on TLC or whatever the hell it was where the kid was like, on all levels except physical, I am a wolf. And I get a good like little laugh out of it. But I haven't thought about that in years. And then I see this woman on the Twitch staff having like somebody scratch her head and then her like basically like faking an orgasm on a live stream, and it's just like, this is just so strange. This is beyond the pale. I feel like it's just like,
I don't like it.
Oh my
you
God.
you cannot expect me to not find that strange. Like, I don't care how progressive you are, like I don't care like how accepting you could be as a human being. I happen to think I'm pretty left-leaning as well. But like I can't, what, is there no line to being like, okay, this is kind of, I don't know
No,
if she
there's
should
a
lose her
fucking
job.
line, bro.
I
I
don't know
don't
if she should
care.
lose
I don't
her
give a
job or
shit.
anything.
I don't give
I don't know-
a fuck. There's a line.
Hold on, shut up. I don't know if she should lose her job or anything, because it's not really that relevant to like her job. It's just strange. And I saw a lot of people being like, oh, anybody who like thinks this is weird or is like poking fun at this just doesn't know what it's like to have physical intimacy or something like that. And it's like,
What?
What?
yeah, like when she's getting her head scratched or something, and like people were like kind of poking fun at it. She's like, people who are making fun of this have never experienced like true intimacy, and it's like, no,
That is so fucking
That's
dumb.
such a stupid fucking statement.
it really was a stupid. And I'm not saying the majority of people are saying this, but like it was one thing that just caught me off guard, where I was just like, is this something that's expected to be the new normal?
It will
I mean, come on,
never,
dude. Like the
never.
reason why it's so strange is because we have a frame of reference. Like,
Yeah,
what?
good point.
Like it's what? Doesn't understand intimacy?
I don't know. Everything about this is just so next level strange that I just, it's almost hard to even wrap your head around everything that's weird about it.
All this stuff has always existed, but it's always been underground, and it just weirds us out when this stuff peaks into the mainstream, and it'll never not weird us out. It'll never be just completely socially acceptable because of how fucking stupid it is. It's just plain and simple. It's not even like being mean, because I don't really care if that deer broad wants to be fucking weird. I don't care at all.
Yeah.
It
has
just
no effect on anyone but her.
Yeah, but like
Honestly.
when I see it from time to time, I am absolutely gonna point and laugh. Like that's never not gonna happen.
Oh my god. It's like, fucking weird. It's strange, man. People, it's abnormal, you know. And like, I'm not a man to make fun of most people, you know. Like, if you're just strange, I'm just gonna look at you weirdly. Then keep it pushing. I'm not gonna really spend time caring about it. But that shit is weird. That shit is fucking weird. You're not a deer. I hate that shit. I hate it. Like, I hate deers especially, man. They're fucking garbage.
Do you think you would be? Do you think the deer aspect of this makes it worse for you?
Definitely me. It's personal. That's why.
Like if it was like if she was like, I'm a fish glub glub and I like swim around in a pool and I pretend to be brain damaged. Do you think that?
I'd be like, that's stupid, but I wouldn't hate it as much because it's deer. I really, really have a fucking hankering of anger towards it. Like I just, man, I can't stand them.
Yeah.
Like there's certain animals that would be pretty funny. Like say if she was like a fucking possum.
Yeah, or like a pygmy marmoset or something.
If you were a cute animal or a funny animal, that'd be fine. But you are
a funny
neither.
Animal?
No, I want
What's a funny animal?
A funny animal?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is
Sloths
a
are funny. Fucking little bears are funny. Like some animals are funny.
Little bears?
Little bears are hilarious. How they roll around and shit. You don't think that's funny?
I mean, cute. I never really thought funny. I would use the
like
word funny.
That's kind of funny.
Animals aren't funny. What?
Some animals are pretty funny. Like if she was an elephant, that'd be cool. Elephants are great. They're fantastic creatures.
Are elephants funny?
Not so much. They're they're likable.
They're fucking great at stand up, bro. Man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like funny mannerisms, not like fucking comedically funny like a person. I'm not talking about.
But every animal has the capacity to have a funny mannerism.
That is literally not true.
That is exceptionally true.
That's not true.
Even crocodiles can be funny.
That's literally what I was thinking, and that's not true. Reptiles are not funny because they look so fucking ridiculous.
You literally explained a reason why they're funny, but you've never seen that video of like the crocodile tearing the arm off the other crocodile, and the crocodile just turns to the camera and goes like, "The fuck."
Chris, that's not funny. That was like, what the
knee slapper right there.
It wasn't funny. That was shocking. I was like, holy shit, these animals kill each other.
That's fun. That's funny, man. I'm sorry. That's hysterical.
I don't think
he doesn't care.
I don't think the funny's the word. I think shocking is the word. Sometimes they definitely intermingle. That's definitely a true occurrence.
Well,
but
horror and comedy are pretty close.
Yeah, they're pretty damn fun. They're cousins.
They're both just different ways to surprise you.
That's pretty true.
Crocs are not funny. Iguanas aren't funny. Fucking bearded dragons aren't fucking funny. There's nothing laughable about them. It's funny how they die if they're in the cold for too long. That's kind of hilarious.
Hold on. I don't understand you. So ripping the arm off of a crocodile and it turning to the camera as if it's like on a fucking sitcom isn't funny, but an iguana just dying in the cold is funny to you? You're such a warped human being.
It's kind of laughable, but it's not funny.
Also, have you never saw an iguana run? They're hysterical when they run. They flop around like weird I don't
think it's funny. I really don't think reptiles are funny. Like reptiles are really not funny creatures. Because they eat their young.
I mean, you're pretty funny.
Kind of religiously.
You're pretty funny. You know what I mean?
You think I'm a reptile?
Yeah, you fucking lizard.
You really just broke my heart just now, right?
You
man.
fucking
really fucking hurt me.
You snake in the grass.
You're a cold-blooded weirdo.
I'm not cold-hearted. My heart is warm.
I didn't say cold-hearted. I said cold-blooded.
I'm not cold-blooded either. My blood warm blood.
Nah, you're pretty fucking scaly.
Me not eat you. Me blood warm.
And green.
I watched Derek. This is just between you and me.
Just between you and me on a fucking podcast. Continue.
Sure, I'm listening.
I think he can't hear us now, but like just between you and me.
Sure.
I watched him lick his own eye when a fly landed on it. It's pretty shocking. I didn't say anything.
Still fucking here. I'm here.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
You're
man.
the fucking worst, man. Oh man, I'm gonna get you.
He's gonna fucking eat you whole like a fucking snake.
No, I'm just gonna fucking be on top of your fucking ceiling like an iguana looking at you while you're sleeping.
I genuinely wish I could like unhinge my jaw the way that a snake can.
So you
it's
can.
very
so
intimidating.
cool.
It's very intimidating.
You don't.
It is intimidating.
You don't enjoy eating. Wait, what? For what purpose?
So I could like suck on one of those Ed and Eddie jawbreakers.
I was gonna say something similar to that, but not exactly that. I was gonna say something very similar to that, but not quite the same thing.
So you could fit like a whole tit in your mouth.
Nah,
That's actually pretty
You'd be
awesome.
like, "Hey, baby, watch this." And your jaw clicks down, and you look like that stretched out image of the nostalgia critic screaming.
oh my god, like the screaming man.
Yeah.
She's just filled with so much pleasure when her entire tit is in your fucking
I'm
mandible.
so fucking happy. I'm so fucking happy. This whole titty's in my mouth.
Fucking areola's dipping into your stomach acid. Let's move on to the questions.
There's something funny about something dipping in the stomach acid. Like it's just like shit. Stomach acid is really far away from everything that can get inside you for the most part.
Yeah, it's just so far down your throat that it's comedic that anything could possibly reach there while also still being connected to the outside world. You ever been like eating like a slice of pizza with like really like stringy cheese, and then like there's like a part of cheese that's like really like deep in you already, but it's like still in your mouth a little bit because the cheese is so fucking stringy.
And you're like, what the fuck is happening? It's just too much. I'm overdoing it. I gotta slow down.
It's just an uncomfortable feeling.
Kind of panicky.
Just
Yeah.
like you are both as deep inside of my body as possible, and also just hanging out outside. Get the fuck out of here.
You were at the exit and entrance at the same time.
Must be how women feel.
Heyo.
Yeah. I guess. What are the questions?
Mr. Ninja Fox 117 wrote in.
Yeah.
He says, "Hello, you lovely boys. What is some junk food you've decided to give up? This year I gave up on soft drinks in favor of water. Have you given up any deliciously addictive poison?"
What
Well.
do I just not eat anymore?
I tried several times to stop drinking Snapple, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I get withdrawals, like literally.
That's weird. You shouldn't.
I know I shouldn't. It's the caffeine in it.
You're a
Yes,
fucking
it's
addict,
just-
you loser.
You can just have other things with caffeine.
Definitely, yeah, 100%. But coffee doesn't do it. Like, I can't even find like a good supplement for it. It's like a real problem.
For me, I try to give up juice all the time. Like I try to go long periods without juice, and then I get juice and I go on the fucking bender again because I fucking love it.
What kind of juice? Like that is such a fucking
Orange
wide spectrum
juice.
of shit.
I love orange juice so
What the
fucking
fuck is
much.
wrong with orange juice?
It's fucking crazy acidic, man.
It is actually super
Like
acidic.
insanely acidic.
Well,
and
I mean-
love it. It definitely fucked with the lining of my stomach, but like so what? It's so good. The mango orange juice, it's divine.
Dude, I had a friend of mine who would brush his teeth and drink orange juice on purpose because he liked the taste of that better than like normal orange
What a
juice.
fucking psychopath.
Isn't that insane?
The alien taste?
The taste that is like most notorious for being objectively bad to the majority of human palates.
I've never
It's
heard anyone call it
disorienting, dude.
alien taste. Is that even?
Wait, what were you saying? What'd you say?
Didn't you say alien taste, Sweeney?
Yeah, because it's fucking it tastes fucking incorrect. It's like, what is this?
Yeah, you should never drink an orange flavored anything and taste what you taste when you drink orange juice after you've brushed your teeth. It's just like a really jarring. It's like biting into like a cupcake and it just like, oh, turns out it's a bran muffin. It's like one of those where it's just like,
Bran
wow,
muffins
the
suck
expectation,
dick, dude.
the expectation versus reality here was so drastically off kilter.
It tastes alien, dude. Like fucking far realm shit.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to eventually, actually probably even starting tomorrow. I have to give up French fries because that's my kryptonite. I just fucking love fries so much, and that's the one thing that I just always go back to when I know I shouldn't be eating it. And so that's basically I have to do that. And one thing I gave up years ago because I rediscovered them. They were the 3D Doritos. And
What?
Yeah, so 3D Doritos was something that came out when I was a kid, and I loved them. And then they took them off the shelf, and then I was bitching about it probably like 6 years ago. And then some asshole was like, "Hey, faggot, they still sell them in Mexico." And so I found this thing called My Mexican Pantry, and they had a warehouse in Chula Vista, and then so I bought like 3 boxes of them that had, at least like 20 something bags in each of the boxes.
Oh my god!
And the ingredients they use over there were like, there was much more like starch and shit in it, and I think I gained like probably like 10 pounds just from eating those, and I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. But they're
I understand that.
They're delicious though.
No, I totally understand that. That makes perfect fucking sense to me. Where like if you have something that like you loved as a kid that's just like gone now, and you find a warehouse full of that shit, like your duty as a human being
is to try it.
Is to stock up on that shit, because you
yeah.
know how what's the word, how fickle the existence of that substance is. That it can just be taken away from you at any given moment.
Yeah, you must. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Like even just something like with glass Snapples, like I fucking hoard them. If I had a car, dude, I'd fill that shit with. I'd fill it.
It's nothing but glass
Snapple. They're so
Snapple.
fucking hard to find.
Yeah. Actually, the liquor store right down the street from me, they have they didn't have the lemon tea one, but they had the peach one.
Yeah, I know. They always do that here. They have the fucking everybody here loves peach over lemon for some reason. I think lemon is just more of like a Caribbean Spanish thing, because I assumed like when I left New York, my assumption was they're probably gonna have lemon flavor over there because it's also Hispanic.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that way, but it made sense to me. And then I got here, and it's just like, beach. I remember I was, like, driving with Jalen here from New York. We were driving across the country, and we stopped. I stopped every time we had to get gas. I went to the gas station, looked for it. They didn't have it. All they had was peach, and I got so fed up one day because I walked into this, like, gas station. We were, like, taking a break, and we were filling up the car, and we were getting something to eat. And I got a lemon tea for the first time ever. Like I found like a gas station that had the lemon Snapples, and I walked up to I walked up to the guy, and I was like, "Yeah, let me get one of these." And then he was like, "Oh, these are pretty good. Have you tried the peach?" And I was like, "You gotta fuck right off. You don't even understand what you're playing with right now."
I honestly I don't know. Like I don't know. Both of those are so intrinsic to me. I don't really know which one is the like regular one. I know my grandmother preferred the lemon ones too. But I don't know.
Lemon's just the default. Like it's the one that's on the truck. Like it's the default flavor. It would be like if nobody sold white rice. You know, like what?
I guess I feel you.
Yeah, you always want to add a little bit of lemon to your tea. It just makes sense.
Yeah,
it just makes sense. You're right. That's true. Even the hot ones.
Yeah.
Even, especially the hot ones. It's just like such a strange thing to just not. I don't want to get into a fucking.
Chris, you should learn how to make Snapple. Like actually make it.
I actually did think about it because it is just tea. You just brew it. But
exactly.
I don't know what.
There might be a specific kind of thing you got in it, but like you could definitely learn how to do it. It's not hard.
Dude, they have just last thing? Do they have maybe even packets of Snapple tea? Just like, dude, there you go. That's what I started doing for Taco Bell. Like they started selling their seasoning. So I was like, instead of buying like rotten meat, like their rotten meat, like you get like some really good shit and add the seasoning, and it's like infinitely better. It's ridiculous.
Yo, I never even thought about that. That is a great premise. I forgot that they even sold like seasoning that are specific to like, because I remember now that I think about it, like you could get like chicken fry recipes at home. Like, or I remember they were selling like the chicken fry, like seasoning and like the meat like separately at like supermarkets back when like I was a kid, and they were like, but obviously I'm a child. I'm not gonna buy something that I have to make. Fuck that. But yeah, talk about seasoning with like actually good meat. Must be fucking.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, maybe you could probably make some really bomb fucking tacos with that.
Yeah, I would make fucking nachos all the time, dude. Like huge platters and stuff. Fucking amazing.
Dude, because that's like the biggest problem with like fast food is that it's like it tastes amazing, but like the quality of the shit that you get is just like such garbage. It's
like a day from spoiling before they cook it.
Crack-addled flavor.
Yeah, I would highly recommend people do that shit. It's well worth it. Even if you don't really like to cook, you'll taste like, oh wow, I've been eating fucking trash meat all these years, and now like I can get some. You can even just get like organic meat, right? And that's grass fed.
Yeah.
And then you just add the Taco Bell seasoning, and you're like, oh, this is how I should be eating.
It's liberating, dude. It's a fucking new experience.
That is a whole like. That's a branching point for civilization.
That's a glow up right there, bro.
Yeah, without a doubt. Let's see. Winthropy wrote in, or Winthrope, I assume. Hey, Frozone who ate too much, Frozone who didn't eat enough, and Syndrome. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so
you're all just bullies, man. You're all just bullies. I don't like you.
I don't know who's. I guess I'm Frozone that ate too much.
100%.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty thick too, so whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like this is mean. It's just I didn't like. Honestly, look, guys. I'm made of stone. Like most shit doesn't affect me, but that kind of hurt my feelings, man. Like I don't know. I don't know if I feel okay about that.
You got called the cool characters from The Incredibles though, and I got the fat, big-headed white idiot who dies.
Yeah, you got the most
gruesome way possible.
You got the one that kid called an.
You're gonna die, so it's fine.
You got the one that kid called an N-word.
Not me though. I'll actually be safe.
I'll actually be safe.
N-word.
Take my spirit.
N-word syndrome. Good.
My serious questions in the past have been ignored, so clearly y'all are looking for bullshit. We are indeed looking
for the most part. Yes, we are.
On that note, out of the three of you, who do you think would be the biggest little bitch and be the first to break under torture? Waterboarding, ripping your nails off, repeated viewings of the new Star Wars trilogy. Choose whatever poison you like.
Ooh, the Star Wars one would be not good for me.
So listen, I have no shame in admitting that I would rather die immediately than be put in any amount of duress. You know, under any amount of duress that you would find in a kidnapping torture scenario. If you're gonna rip my fingernails off, just shoot me in the head. I like this is already like taking such a bad turn that I just don't want in anymore at this point. Like just fuck it. Like I would definitely tap out immediately.
I think I would survive pretty long in torture. Like I'm not saying I would endure it entirely, but like I've been hurt so many times that like I think I could deal with like my nails coming off, being pulled off. Like I could deal with that.
Oof.
Waterboarding, I don't know. I would get scared because I'm afraid of the ocean, so I might start tripping out.
But here's the thing though, like it's not really about whether or not you'll be good during it. It's about like afterwards when you're all like fucked up and scarred, and also like just like I know this just from stuff that I've been through where like I dislocated my knee a couple times, and now I just have like severe apprehension about my knee. Like
absolutely.
Anytime my knee touches something weird, I'm like always like I'm kind of freaking out a little bit internally about it. So like if you got your like fucking fingernails ripped off, think about you'd never be able to scratch yourself again. You'd never be able to like pick up a penny off the ground or like pick up a quarter off a flat table. It would fuck with you so drastically, and it would just like impact you in like such subtle ways, but subtle and frequent ways. That it's almost
crazy?
Just like not worth continuing.
You know what's crazy? You brought that up. Ever since I broke my ribs, I hug people below them now. Like I hug people low. Like I put my shoulders below their shoulders because I don't want them squeezing me in my ribs. That's actually hilarious.
Because your body learns that like this is a weak point.
Oh, protect.
Don't put it. Yeah, protect this point.
Well,
like,
it's the reason why
insane.
Why somebody could tell you to your face, "I'm gonna pretend to hit you in the nuts," and you're still gonna flinch.
Yeah.
Like you can't help but do it, even if you 100% know it's coming. So yeah, it's there's certain things that your body tries to protect you from, but however, your body does try to be resilient and let you move on from certain traumatic instances. It's one of the reasons why, like, say for example, women could birth, right? They have a kid and it's like that's probably one of the horrific things, like your fucking vagina getting torn and all that stuff, and then they just like completely forget about it like a month later and they're like, oh yeah, I want to do that again.
It's not horrific for them exactly. That's a little differently because we're engineered to be doing that because we're creatures. We're supposed to replicate. In birth, I know it sucks, but like that's kind of like they're women. Like people are hardwired to want to do that.
But yeah,
that's a little bit of an outlier.
We're hardwired also to forget, like, say, of that type of trauma that is experienced to your body. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you're right. But also, like, we're not like we're not SEALs. We're not like SEAL team.
Yeah. Oh fuck
like,
no.
Who've undergone like torture resistance like training or anything like that. We're gonna be fucked up. We'd never be able to take a shower again because we just remember all the fucking waterboarding.
It fucking rains and I start freaking out.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
I would just listen, man. If I'm in a chair Like if I'm strapped in a chair and somebody's like, I'm gonna cut your fucking toes off unless you give me the information. I'm like, all right, yeah. What do you need?
Yeah, I'll give you anything you want, man. I don't give a fuck.
Literally, I'll give you anything you want, and then I'll actually straight up kill myself.
No.
I'll be like, you just shoot me after this.
I would literally shoot my own tongue down my throat and kill myself.
Just drown, choke on your own tongue. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, people that have seizures, it happens too.
That's insane.
It's wild.
When I learned that was like a fact of life that you could swallow your own tongue, that like, I was like terrified of my own mouth for like a month straight because I was just like freaking out about like the fact that was even possible. That's so uncomfortable.
You know what's crazy?
Fuck.
That's not even bad, bro. Imagine just having a heart attack.
Yeah, your heart attacks you.
Or imagine just simply having a fucking aneurysm. Like, you can't do shit about, like, you can't really figure out when it's coming, and you can't do shit about it while it's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Your brain is just fucking turning off.
One of my favorite Norm Macdonald bits is he's talking about heart attacks. He's talking about how, like, what defibrillators are and, like, how they have to use defibrillators, and, like, the only way to bring somebody out of a heart attack is literally to attack your heart.
Yeah.
So
yeah, literally.
You gotta bully a heart back into turning on.
So I was working on this bit. I never got around to doing the stand-up, but I was thinking about the worst ways you can die, and I landed on choking on an ice cube. Like, that's got to be the worst way to die because you suffocated before it melted. Like, it just...
Yeah, you couldn't
that would
endure.
Be the most tragic
enough.
thing, because you're like, if you just held on a little bit longer, you probably would have been fine, but it was just too solid or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. If you were just wearing, like, another layer of clothing, you probably would have been fine.
That's another layer of
If
clothing.
you just had a fever, you would have fucking survived, you idiot. Why didn't you have a fucking fever?
Can you imagine how fucked up it would be if you were, like, choking on an ice cube, and then, like, you were, like, choking, you were struggling, and then it started melting, and you're like, oh, I'm good, but all the water, like, fell into your lungs, and then you drowned on dry land.
Oh, my God. I didn't know if you get shot in the lungs, you could drown in your own blood. I didn't think you could drown in your own blood. I didn't think that was possible for a long time. I was like, that's ridiculous.
What? Did you think you could breathe blood?
I didn't, your blood is inside of you. So, like, when I was, like, 9, I was like, you can't drown in your own blood. Your blood's inside of you. You would have drowned already, you know? And then I found out that, if blood just gets in your lungs somehow, you're fucking drowning. And I'm like, oh, whoa. This is crazy.
Dude, the weirdest thing is
This
internal bleeding.
Crazy.
Like, the blood's just, like, bleeding inside of you. Like, it's, like, the weirdest fucking thing. Like, because you don't think about it, but it's, like, blood isn't just, like, flowing on every single thing. It's all in your veins and shits, and then once it gets cut open, then blood's spilling. So it's, like, it's a weird thing when I thought about that as a kid. I was just kind of thinking that, like, oh, blood is just literally everywhere in my body, and it's always
is for the most part everywhere, but the moving blood is in your veins and your vessels.
Yeah,
the vast majority.
Like, just because a water park is a water park doesn't mean you can't flood the water park.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, true that.
It's a delicate balance of where the water should be and where it shouldn't be, and how much is allowed in certain places.
It's fucking weird.
It is really uncomfortable.
Insane. It's when you realize how easily you can be killed. It's so fucking ridiculous.
It's pretty. You remember that show, 1,000 Ways to Die? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's the reason. That is the reason why I don't move anymore.
Was that? What do you mean you don't move?
Show. It was the funniest shit ever. Where there was a fucking grounded wire, just in a puddle, and some lady took her shoes off after she went out dancing. She took her shoes off and she stepped in a puddle and she just died.
Oh,
that's why I don't dance.
Died,
that's
bro.
why you don't dance.
Like, that's so fucking wild to me that all she did was just step in a fucking puddle and she died. And it's like, man.
Do you know which one still freaks me out? I actually still think about this. Somebody shot a gun in the air, and then the bullet like landed miles down the road, but it hit someone in the fucking head. Like,
oh my God.
And that shit, like, I think about it because I'm
really,
like,
it killed them?
Yeah, like somebody shot because like
insane.
Obviously when you shoot a fucking gun in the air, the bullet's got to come down somewhere, and
but it's not gonna. I never really like. I guess it does, but I never really thought it would come down with like bullet firing speed. I thought it would just go up and then eventually just peter out and then fall down.
No, usually, especially it depends on what type of bullet you're using too. Like, say if you're using like a slug or something where there's like a lot more weight to it. Like, say maybe it wouldn't work so well if you use like a hollow point, but there's definitely instances where people shoot guns and then they got to come down and then they kill people. And then every once in a while, like I live in South Central right now, and I'm just like, man, niggas are fucking shooting all the time. And I was just like, I always think about this, like, man, should I even fucking be walking around like I just gotta get caught by a stray bullet raining down from the sky one day?
That shit is so ridiculous, dude. Getting killed by a stray fucking bullet.
Yeah,
It's
not
like,
ideal.
It's like being killed by a runaway fucking shopping cart. You're just walking down a hill one day and a shopping cart comes and hits you and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. There's so many easy, like, I hate thinking about it. I hate thinking about it because I just, like, I know it's probably, like, I know me thinking about it is probably the only reason I'm still around. I look both ways, like, 6,000 times when I cross the streit.
I did
Like,
it
way
for a
more
long
than is
time.
necessary.
Yeah,
I did it for a long time, and then I got violently nudged by a car, and that changed the way I thought about it.
It's a good idea, man. I can't stress enough. Like I said, if I ever have kids, I was like, I can't stress enough that being a defensive driver, being defensive about anything, is how you stay alive. Because usually, one thing that I've learned about people getting killed in car accidents and all this shit, it usually takes two dumbasses. Like, there's one idiot that's usually initiates it, and then there's one other idiot that's not paying attention or something. And so usually, like, say I've avoided, I don't even know how many I can count, how many accidents I've avoided by just paying attention. And where if I wasn't, like if I was jacking off or if I was texting or whatever the fuck I was doing, like I would have been in the accident as well.
Jacking off while they're driving. I mean, I feel like people do that, but like,
dude,
It's a common thing.
have you done that, Derek?
one time.
Oh my fucking god!
One
dude.
time, man. 2010, 2011. I know the year only because I was working in Glendale for this water meter place, or I would install water meters around the city, or I would help and shit. And it was such a stressful job. And then I had to like travel 30 plus miles to get home. I was so angry, and I was just like, dude, I just need to fucking bust a nut. And I took care of it. It was actually pretty awesome.
You
Like,
just
I get why
came
people
into your fucking hand, and then you were like, well, shit. I just have one hand that's out of commission.
No,
right
I didn't.
now.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It wasn't. I actually really don't remember how I took care of that. I really don't remember the specs, but I do remember doing that and thinking that, like, I understand why people do like dangerous shit. It's kind of like, say, the whole roadhead thing. Like, it's exhilarating, you know, when a girl's like fucking doing work while you're driving, and it's just like, wow, like I could fucking nut and swerve off the road and kill us. This is exciting. And it just
I can't. I just
do
don't
that.
sympathize with it. I don't need any excitement in my life at all.
You're a bitch.
Like, I am totally fine sitting here and slowly wasting away until I'm fucking bones, man.
no.
I don't need.
You need a little
I don't need
something, man.
anything.
You need a little something. That's what's killing you inside.
The only thrill that I like is like guns, man. I don't like guns, but I also love them at the same time. Because you feel so strong shooting a gun. Like, you instantly feel like, wow, I'm way more powerful than I was before.
So would you
They're fun to shoot.
jack off while you're shooting a gun?
I shot like an M9. I shot an AR. I shot like a bunch of illegal shit in Jamaica.
Would you jerk off while shooting a gun?
That's fucking zany, bro. Whoa!
See? That's all we need to hear. Like, exactly.
That's the fucking next frontier, bro. I wouldn't do it, but I would think about it.
You fucking would do it if you owned a gun, bitch. I can already tell.
Nah, I wouldn't. If I owned a gun, I would not touch the gun. I would just have it somewhere.
Well, you would go to
No, you wouldn't. That's some bullshit. Shut the fuck up. You just I feel so strong when I hold a gun, but if I owned one, I wouldn't. I
wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it because I know what happens when you have a gun. You want to use it.
Well,
You don't have that. You don't have that self-discipline. You just don't.
Yes,
have
I absolutely do. Absolutely do. I would never just play with a gun. That's fucking
Kingston,
insane.
how many times have you been like, yeah, I should have did my homework like 8 years ago, but like I decided to play this Destiny raid by myself instead.
And then
Like, you
I
have
do
no-
it. And then I do it. But I don't.
And then you get like a D.
No, and then I get like a C, and I'm like, fuck. And at the end of the school year, I'm like, man, I gotta get a lot of A's, and I do a ton of work. Then that's my fucking character. That's my school character.
So
That's
here's
I
what you would do
every
then.
time.
Here's
no,
what you would do.
wouldn't. I would not play with a gun. Listen,
Listen.
other people's lives.
Listen, here's what you would do. You'd bring the gun home, and you'd be like, "It's okay. I don't got ammo in it. I didn't get any ammo. I just wanted the gun. Ooh. Look at me. Look at how I flipped this gun around. Oh man, I feel really strong about. Oh, maybe I should go back and maybe I should go get some bullets. Like go
I
out to
would not do that. That's definitely not what I would do. When it
Yeah,
comes
you
to
would.
other people's lives, I'm like, oh man, because I just don't want to. I don't want the fucking bother. I don't want to have to say I'm sorry to like let's say I was playing with a gun with like me and you are playing with a gun, right? And I mistakenly shoot and kill you. I don't want to have to be like, Mr. and Mrs. Maldonado, I'm really sorry I shot your... Like, I don't want to be that guy, because I would be furious if someone tried to tell me I'm sorry they shot my son.
Yeah,
That's why I don't... I was like, man, I don't want to do this. That's why I don't fuck with kids. That's why I don't do shit like that, because I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with anything other than this.
You don't have to deal with fucking kids to death? I understand.
Like, I don't want to deal with kids.
I understand
don't
what
want
you
to deal
mean.
with fucking, like, I don't want to ever have to apologize for something happening to someone else's fucking possessions.
Oh yeah, like
not
there was
like-
a time when
I'm like
there
borrowing
was
shit.
there was a time when we had I wasn't here, but like there was like a party here, I guess, and like one of our roommates' friends brought their kid. And it was just like, what is this kid doing in this like, no child should be in this apartment. Like, there's like fake guns everywhere. There's like chemicals strewn about. It's like not a good place.
We had blades all over this house.
Yeah, we have
all
like knives just
fucking
hidden
over
everywhere.
this house, dude.
There's
we have
a
box
knife
cutters everywhere.
Yeah, we do. There's a knife within arm's reach of any given point in our apartment for sure, without a doubt.
It's really bad.
We're
We're just playing in the stereotypes, but like, fuck it, they're fucking.
But also, like, it didn't even register to me that we would even have any friends who would have friends with kids. You know, like we're at that point now where we're old enough to be like, oh fuck,
don't bring your
our
fucking
friends,
kid to where I live. Fuck
yeah,
you.
our friends have kids
So fucking gross.
that are old enough to wander. By the way,
So gross.
I feel like Chris is gonna get someone pregnant next year.
hey man, you know, you just roll with the punches.
That'd be
Oh,
fucking
shit.
wild.
I've definitely had scares before, and I remember being just like, all right, I guess this is it now. Like,
Who hasn't? That's a classic. That's a part of being a fucking citizen.
Yeah.
But I don't like run from it. I just figure like, this might as well, because it's always just something that I'm like apprehensive about, and it's like, oh man, I really don't want that to happen before I'm like super ready.
Yeah, exactly.
But also at the same time, it's like if it happens, it's like, all right, well that's one big ball of stress that I just have to deal with now.
Yeah.
And I don't have to deal with it later.
My
have
only
another one.
gripe is it's not even the kid, it's who I'm having the kid with.
Oh yeah.
That's where I was like, say, because I've had kid scares too, but it's like, holy fuck, like I can't even imagine raising a kid with this person. You know,
dude, you don't even want to start with. Oh my god, bro. I've literally been like, I should just leave the country because I cannot
go to
be
Mexico,
with this
bitch.
person.
I'm going to
I
Mexico.
cannot be with this person. I cannot be bound with them for eternity. Like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna take the kid and go. I was gonna take the kid and fucking get the fuck out of here.
Can you imagine like the girl's giving birth to this kid, and then you just fucking walk into the delivery room, and you just be like, okay, bye, I'll see you later.
No,
You just take
like,
the kid and
later.
fucking flee to Mexico.
Just live a fucking very Mexican life. That's it.
That'd be cool, man.
Never tell them about America. Never speak English again.
I'm with it, man. I wouldn't even be like deadbeat because you're raising the kid. I'd be like, fuck it, man. More power to you.
Yeah, man, you're just being a real stand-up model citizen.
I'm just taking things into my own hands and reacting accordingly, which is smart.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I that is the bigger deal, I guess.
Oh, for
but I
sure.
remember, like, I don't know, even with people that I just wasn't really, it's like, all right, well, I guess I'll just figure out how to make this work, I guess.
No,
For me, I'm just not ready for it yet. Like, I'm just not ready for the amount of, like, the loss of freedom. Because once you have a kid, you no longer live for yourself. You're living to make sure that kid survives.
No, what are you talking about? You just plop it in front of an iPad, and then the iPad raises it.
Nah, then it becomes socially awkward and like most Zoomers.
No, what it does is, like, you can give them an iPad, and then they learn really cool words like uwu and like epic, and then they're fine. They're learning English. Like, I don't muzzy.
I don't want my young to be like that. Like,
They
my
will be, though.
my kids are gonna be fucked up because they're part me, and I'm fucking tarnished.
Bro, your kids are gonna be worse because your kids are gonna grow up like several generations after this one,
Yeah.
and we're on like a downward trend. We've been on a downward trend for like ever, really.
I
So
feel like
it's
your
gonna be pretty
kids, you're
bad.
gonna have to teach them how Dexter's dad was. Like, if you saw the show Dexter, where he had to like teach him to like kill animals or something instead of to satiate the urge to kill people and shit like that. I feel like
Wait,
there's
what?
something. You ever seen Dexter, man?
Yeah, I have, but like, it's about that guy that's like a killer, right? He's like a sociopath.
Yeah, and he started off, he had the urge to kill for like a long time, but his dad was like, all right, son, kill these animals. That's how we, cure your
Was
urges.
his dad like that too?
No, not at all. And then it just got to a point where he's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to kill people, but I'm going to kill fucked up people. And I imagine it would be the same scenario for you and your kids.
I don't want to kill people. Jesus Christ. I want to destroy shit, though.
That is killing people.
No, it's not. Destroying shit's destroying shit. Killing people is killing people. If I blow up a building with no one in it, no one dies.
Yeah, okay, what are the odds that the building's going to be completely vacant?
I'll figure something out.
Yeah, okay.
You're just I don't know. You're terrible.
Just flat out, you're fucking terrible.
You're a terrible human being.
Dude, my heart is pure, right? You guys just afraid of the purity that I am.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Tom Sweeney walks into a fucking Ralph's, stomps an old lady's shins into the ground, and says, like, I have a pure heart, it's okay.
Don't worry, this is your salvation. Stay still, bitch.
You would absolutely laugh at, like, an elderly woman who fell down and, like, crumbled.
Absolutely, I would not. I'd be
Crumbled
jarred.
like
I'd be like, what the fuck? And I would try to help them, but I'd be leery about helping them because I'm like, oh man, I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable about helping. Maybe I shouldn't help. I don't know. And then I would help reluctantly, and then she'd probably yell at me, and I'd be like, fuck you, bitch.
Then
I'm glad you're on the ground.
You would steal her plasma because you're a fucking reptilian.
Fucking steal her hide.
She'll
You'll make a great
Sweeney
mask.
He'll shed his skin, and then he'll fucking crawl all over the old woman's, like, shambling remains.
You'll make a great mask for me. Thank you. I'll just fucking take her face.
Hugger Derek wrote in.
Hey, Hugger Derek.
Sup, boo?
Classic.
That dude's
he's
great.
a good boy. Yeah. Greetings, Miles Morales, Black Panther, and insert Latin superhero here. Yeah, we don't even fucking have one.
So who's Miles Morales? I guess
What do you mean? Isn't the Blue
hybrid?
Beetle fucking like beamed up?
So you said I'm beamed up? Holy shit.
Is his name the Blue Beetle? I can't remember. Is Chris dead? Was that too racist? Did that kill him?
Chris, did you just say I'm beamed up? Derek, were you referring to me as beamed up?
No, it's is his name the Blue Beetle?
Yeah.
Blue
Jaime Reyes.
Yeah, that's what he's beamed up. What are you talking about?
But he's Mexican. Chris is Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Chris gets like, I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, you can't look. Let's be real about this. So whenever
that's asking for too much.
When there's a because there's a black superhero, like where are your, like, say, do you know where you're from? I think most black people don't know where the fuck they're from. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's
say
true.
they just know that somewhere in Africa. But so it's kind of like just Latin, black. Okay, whatever. Take what we can get.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we have Michelle Rodriguez from fucking Avatar, so that's fun.
Oh,
and Mario Lopez.
Oh,
You guys have no. There's others.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, I'm happy that Miles Morales
There's
is also.
okay. So hold on. So there's Michelle Rodriguez from Avatar.
Do you
There's
wanna go-
Michelle
are we
Rodriguez
talking
and
about-
everything else.
Are we talking about superheroes? Superheroes, there's Latin superheroes. There's not as many. I'll admit that. I'll very sure admit that. But there's
What
not
Latin
as many.
superhero?
There's
The Blue
America.
Beetle, that's
There's
it?
a Blue Beetle, America Chavez. There's fucking what you call it? There's
America Chavez.
Yes,
The fuck is this?
I'm not kidding. That's her name.
Benito Escalante. Benito Escalante. Benito
Who
Escalante.
else?
From
What's it
Section
called?
8. Go look him up.
I forgot his full name. I think it's Robert DaCosta. There's
Whatever, man. I don't
there
care,
are
whatever,
there
it's
are
fine.
Hispanic superheroes. It's just not as many. You're right. Very much so. You guys have the least.
Oh, not Benito. Bueno Escalante. Excuse me. Go look, Bueno Escalante from Section 8. You gotta fucking see this guy. You gotta see this fucking piece of shit.
And you're part Native American too, so there's fucking what you call it. There's Thunderbird and
cool.
Warpath.
Warpath's a cool name.
He's fucking badass. He's got knives and his skin is red. No, I'm kidding. His skin isn't red.
Yo, Derek, what the fuck is this?
That's Bueno Escalante from Section 8. some DC shit.
his-
8, the video game?
No. It's a comic, dude.
Oh my god, is it about impoverished people, particularly minorities?
Yo, listen, I can't with this.
Yo, I love the way he looks, bro. I love it.
We can't talk about the way he looks because they can't see him.
Well, they're gonna look it up. They're gonna look up Bueno Escalante. He's great.
Bueno excelente. Look it up.
Bueno excelente.
Anyway,
And that's all
Hungry
he
Derek
says. Oh, sorry.
What are some of y'all's favorite underrated movies that deserve a sequel? For example, I really loved that Will Smith superhero movie Hancock. I think the story was different, and Smith playing a drunk asshole was pretty funny. Much love to you all. Hope you guys are doing well.
Thank you, Derek.
I can't think of any movie that I thought deserved a sequel that didn't get one.
Let me see. A movie that I loved that I wish had a sequel.
I think The Departed needed a sequel.
Oh, really?
No. Fucking everyone
movie
died.
ended. The movie very much so
fucking
ended.
died.
Like, it was over at the end of that movie.
He said that so serious. It was so deadpan.
I know.
I was genuinely curious as to what the thought process would be behind that.
Like, what would the sequel be about? The returning.
About
Just
The
everyone's
returning-
funeral. Everyone's
the
funeral.
gun.
The
the
gun.
reappearing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say Donnie Darko, but Donnie Darko got a sequel and it was fucking horrible.
I mean, doesn't he fucking die? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but I wanted more.
What do you
I don't.
mean you
wanted
wanted more? You wanted more of a dead person? What if the
Parade
sequel
his
was like
fucking
just-
dead body around. Yes, because I would love that.
What if the sequel was just a GoPro that was like that had a little night vision camera in it that was like lodged into his coffin, and you could watch him rot for an hour and a half?
I'm with
fucking
it.
dope.
I'm with it.
That'd be kind of dope.
Donnie Darko 2. Just fucking an hour and a half of
The
uncut,
decomposition.
fucking rotting flesh.
The rotting.
The
Falling
rotting.
apart. It
The
all
rotting.
falls apart.
Actually, you know that I'm thinking about it, I feel like, not that it deserved a sequel necessarily, but I genuinely thought the tone of the Jim Carrey series of unfortunate events movie was actually pretty fucking solid. They just rushed through like 3 books in that one movie, and that made it kind of garbage. But if they had treated that better, I thought it could have been a pretty decent series.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
I forgot about it until just now.
I got
I
one.
don't know what I want.
I think I loved the Kick-Ass movies, actually.
There was a sequel to it, though.
Yeah, but they could have kept going. It just didn't have enough backing. Like
True.
it
It was
wasn't like
cool
left
at first.
Huh?
It was really cool at first.
I'm a fan of that, and I really actually like the comic too. And I was just like so stoked on. I thought they did a brilliant job, like that broad that played Hit Girl. I thought it was like perfect. I was really happy with what they did, and then it just seems like they couldn't get the backing that it deserved. I think it would have been much better as everything else, a series, and if it was on Netflix or Amazon or something, kind of like what is that series that they just released on Amazon? It was called The Boys. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
dope.
seen it yet though.
Yeah, if they did something like that, I think it would have been perfect. It's just kind of how things are executed sometimes. It's not, it just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of movies I think that should deserve sequels. I really can't think of one. I think that deserves a sequel. I didn't get one. Fucking The Happening.
What?
What happened?
That's.
The Going On Still, I guess. That could be a sequel.
Oh man.
The Going On Still.
Dude, seriously, everything got a sequel, and a lot of it was just bad. Like I always
Wait, The
wanted.
Happening got a sequel?
No. I'm just talking about things in general, man.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
Sequels I feel like are rarely better than the original. Like it's very rare. Like you don't really have too many Shrek 2s,
Or Empire Strikes Back, That's not a
Yeah.
real thing. That used to happen.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them are just kind of like, oh, here's Little Mermaid 2 or like
Straight to
Hercules
DVD.
2 or yeah, a lot of them are just like straight to DVD garbage, and even some of the ones that come out in theaters are just like
Dude,
Not as good.
Dude, John Wick 2 was a lot better than the first one, actually.
Yes, the hell it was.
Yeah.
that's true, yeah. But that's like also like one of those outliers
Yeah.
where like that's like kind of the exception and not the rule.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Like Winter
Yeah.
Soldier.
Like,
Winter
I could-
Soldier was much better than fucking Captain America 1.
Oh,
Way
fuck.
better.
Oh, by like miles, by
Like miles.
leaps and bounds.
That movie's
yeah,
a
but
great
then you
movie.
have like Iron Man 2, which is like not nearly as good as the original.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 was just kind of, it was all right.
I liked 2 a lot, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah, it was
I
it was
really
all right.
liked 2.
But that's the thing. It's like the outliers really are just like, you have your occasional Spider-Man 2, you have your occasional Shrek 2, you have your occasional, John Wick 2, but like most of them are just kind of like either they're just as good or just sort of like, that was fine.
Very true.
Or sometimes they're just completely fucking shoehorned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think all my favorite movies I can think of, like, they don't need a sequel or they had one, so it's just whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But Hancock, Hunger Derek, Hancock was a massive disappointment with that gay ass twist. I'm sorry. Like, if you remember,
What was the twist?
The twist
I
was
don't know what
like
the twist was.
the chick that he was there was like he wasn't the only one with powers. And and then like the further they're apart, they lose their powers more, and they're like Johnny. It got really gay. Where I was kind of like, I love the premise of it at first. So like, yeah, Will Smith's this superhero bum that just doesn't really care.
Got really gay.
It just got like gay in a precious way, you know, where they try to make they took this angle that I was just like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was like weirdly sentimental and cutesy for like what the actual marketing and what the premise was at the beginning, because it kind of sold itself as like this kind of like mean-spirited, you know, kind of like, here's a drunk asshole who's just doing superhero stuff, and then it just became this weird story about love and friendship, and it was just like, what the fuck?
yeah.
It's like, it really is kind of weird.
It was
Yes.
cute.
I remember seeing that movie though, and I thought the action looked pretty cool.
It wasn't bad.
The imagery of like a drunk Superman is pretty fun.
Yeah. There was I remember enjoying like the first half of the movie for sure, and then it just got weird. I remember there being like a scene where everything's in like slow motion and it's all sad and shit because I think someone was about to die, or it was something else. It became too much. Do you guys remember the scene of Suicide Squad at the very end? Did you see Suicide Squad? At the very
We saw it together. Remember?
Yeah.
At the very
Wait, you were there?
Yeah, we were sitting in the very front of the fucking theater, and our necks hurt afterwards.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
We were sitting in the front of the theater in the corner.
What the fuck did you guys go fucking day one or whatever?
Because when we first moved to California, we didn't know how the ruling for buying tickets were. Because back home, it's not like that. You just buy tickets to sit down in a theater somewhere.
Oh yeah, you just find your seats. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
But
missed
in
that,
California,
man.
You gotta select your seats, and you gotta make sure it's available. It's like, fuck that. Back home, you just sat down somewhere. Someone's like, you want to get up? It's like either no, or you get up and you move your seat for them.
Yeah, no, we see. I understand why they did it though, because I was one of the assholes that would usually, I would cut, and then I would just people have been waiting in line. Like, say, I'll never forget the Dark Knight the Dark Knight, where people were waiting in line forever. And then as they started walking in, me and my friend just started walking in with them and got great seats. And he saw people were all pissed, and I'm like, "Fuck, what the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna what are you, Batman? You gonna fight me?" So I kind of
Such an asshole thing to say. Are you gonna fight me?
I love the idea of somebody acting like an absolute villain on their way into watching a superhero movie. That's so good.
Yeah, it was. I didn't do it often, but because I usually don't go to the premieres. I like to go on Sunday where it's old people and nobody's clapping and shit. So that when it's rare like that, like the Avengers or something like that, I'll just like, I don't care. I'm gonna get a good seat. Suck my dick. But yeah, now they changed everything.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really bad.
But yeah,
that was bad. That was a rough.
that fucking movie.
rough movie to watch.
If you guys remember the end of it, where it was like slow motion, they're all like trying to defeat Enchantress, and it was like weird. It was overly epic, but it just made it insanely cringy. I don't know if you guys remember like throwing, I think, the gun to Harley or something. And it was just all in slow motion. It was really like, who the fuck thought this looked cool? And
yeah,
I remember I think I'm gonna watch Hancock again because I haven't watched in fucking whenever the hell it came out. But I just remember having a moment like that, and it really turned me off. So I'm sorry, Hunger. But that shit did not need a sequel. Just sorry.
I feel like it could have. I feel like it had potential.
It could have been a sequel.
For being. It could have at least been executed better, initially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Actually, you're right because maybe they could have, like you said, executed better. So I take that back. Never mind.
All right, what do we got? What do we got here? Huh? Moto Zealot wrote in. He says, "What's good, thick boy and the shorties?" It's really.
Hey, thank you.
That's pretty good. Would you rather look? Oh my God, no. Would you rather look like or talk like Jar Jar Binks forever? You cannot kill yourself.
I'm gonna fucking try to kill myself a lot, but then I'd probably just rather sound like him.
You would, yeah. Well,
It's both bad, dude.
well, here's
You'd
the
rather
thing.
he has penis eyes, pretty much, bro. You want to fucking have dick eyes with a fucking horse fish face?
Well, here's the thing though. Like,
But you gotta be like,
These-
Misa
these-
Sweeney.
Misa think you have fat ass.
that's kind of the thing, right? Where it's like you're not gonna get laid regardless. So there's like, unless you just shut up forever and never say anything and like you trick people into thinking you're mysterious.
See, I would take my chances in catfish, right? I would look like Jar Jar. I would say sweet nothings and be like a pimp online, and then when I meet up with her, I'm like, accept me. Accept this.
But no, but you're
Nah,
gonna,
I'm
gonna
not
find
accepting
a
that
woman,
shit.
You're gonna find a woman who is insane enough to accept you,
That's what I'm
which is not a great, probably not a great option if you look like fucking Jar Jar. So okay, so here are the different things.
Look,
Here are the different things that you have to take into account. If you look like an alien, that kind of gives you a pretty neat opportunity as far as like having just a completely different life. You could be like, I don't know, you could be like a crazy bounty hunter or something. You could like strike fear into the hearts of all sorts of people.
Jar Jar Binks is not intimidating looking.
Are you fucking joking?
He
Listen,
looks weird. It looks like he's intimidating
Bro,
because of how
bro,
unique he
bro,
looks, but like he's
bro,
not terrifying.
Bro, if you woke up in the middle of the night, you were like, oh man, my balls are full of piss. So I have to relinquish all my piss out of my balls because that's where the piss goes. And then you walk out into your hallway. It's dark. It's like 2 a.m. You're about to go to the bathroom. You turn the hallway light on. Something that Jar Jar Binks, a photorealistic fucking render of Jar Jar Binks is standing in your fucking hallway, deadpan, T-posing, looking at you. That is going to be the defining moment of your life from then on.
That's
that
very
will
true.
Change everything
Chris,
about the way
Chris,
you look.
that's
because
very
Jar Jar,
Chris. That statement is very true, but it also is true with several different kinds of creatures. If I
Right.
see any person, period, no matter what, no matter if they're alien looking or not, just T-posing in the dark where I live, I'm going to be beyond frightened, Chris. It could be Jar Jar Binks, it could be fucking Caillou, it could be Mickey Mouse, it could be Courage the Cowardly fucking Dog, dude. I'm gonna be scared as shit. Jar Jar's not intimidating, really. He looks
Jar Jar-
weird.
Jar Jar is disconcerting. He is dissettling, and that is enough. That's enough.
I would
look,
think it's some sort of fucking human horse fucking hybrid that just didn't get
Are you
enough
fucking
home
serious?
results.
That wouldn't scare the shit. You're off your rocker.
I would
dude.
be alarmed, but I wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, I'm terrified."
No,
I'd
that's
be like,
bullshit.
"What
That's
the
bullshit.
fuck is that?" I'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, I'm scared because this creature's here. Not I'm looking at this and I'm paralyzed in fear by what I'm looking at.
Kingston, I've seen you get scared washing dishes.
I've definitely been frightened by people just walking up on me. That's very true because I'm not expecting that.
Yeah, so if
and that'll
Jar
be the
Jar
same kind of
fucking
situation,
tapped-
and it would be the same kind of situation. I'd be like, "What is that? I can't figure out what that is."
Hold on. What was
No. I'm just like, dude, if Jar Jar you're washing dishes and then Jar Jar taps you on the fucking shoulder, all you're saying is that you'd just be surprised and say, what the fuck is that?
I'd be alarmed because I'd be like, first of all, Jar Jar Binks is fake. How is he here? Second of all, how did he get behind me? What's going on? What are the rules now? Are the rules different for the world?
I honestly think that you are too familiar with Jar Jar. You're not thinking of it on, say, an outsider's perspective of like just this thing being real and appearing in front of you. Like
I can't grasp it. I guess I would be fucking freaking out because I'm like, what is this?
You also need to take into account that this is somebody who looks like Jar Jar. They could probably talk like fucking Liam Neeson or fucking Keith David.
That could change the dynamics.
that would calm me.
Suddenly, you have a horrifying thing.
I'm like, holy fuck!
Tom
it's
Sweeney
screaming at me.
I can't sound like Keith David, but Tom Sweeney. Sweeney.
Tom Sweeney.
It's impossible.
You're
He's the
here.
only person who
It's
can do that
me.
voice.
It's me, Jar Jar.
I've been hired to kill you, nigga. I'm like, you can't say that, can you?
I mean, I guess he can. Isn't he like a Jamaican alien or something? What is he?
Who, Arbiter?
No.
Fucking
Oh no, we're not
Jar
talking about
Jar
Arbiter. We're
Binks.
talking about Jar Jar with fucking Arbiter's voice.
I don't know what I would do, man. I don't know.
Jar Jar Binks saying the N-word in Keith David's voice is probably like...
Has Keith David ever said it? I'm gonna look it up as soon as we're done with the podcast.
He's had to have said it on something, bro.
I don't
damn.
exactly know what I'm doing here.
I think he's too
but
fucking clean. I think he's too clean. I don't think he's like. No, I was thinking there's something about Mary.
He was in a show called Rush, a movie called Rush or something like that, about like a bunch of like racially charged things.
Oh, then it's probably there, dude. It's probably like old stuff that he's probably dropping N-bombs left and right, which I would love to hear. Because then it would just be like
Jeez.
Arbiter. It would be like Captain Anderson from Mass Effect. It would be like just all these characters just dropping N-bombs. Shepard, you nigga. Come here, nigga. Shepard.
I love his delivery, man. His delivery's so good.
He's so good.
Fucking
Just his
amazing.
inflections.
So amazing.
It's just his voice too. It's not even like a put on thing.
He just sounds better than people. Simply.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he sounds like such a superior person. It's insane. Like if I were Keith David, right? I would be waking up every morning and just talking to myself. I would wake up. I would narrate.
You already do that.
So I walked over to the bathroom. I just always.
I'm heading to use the bathroom. I will get there fairly soon, and I'll
Balls. My balls are full.
My balls are full.
yet again.
I don't know. We can't disrespect Keith David like this.
I mean, it's nothing but love, man. I
Honestly.
even enjoyed him in season 6 of Community that was on Yahoo. Remember when Yahoo?
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah, I was really.
He was on season 6. Like, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in season 6 of Community. Like
I'm
he was one of
watching
the
that
characters-
as soon as we're done.
He was one of the characters that they brought in. Like obviously, like season 6 was like nowhere near as good as like
The first three?
The
The
three
first few seasons. Yeah.
But Keith David was fun on that show.
Yeah.
Didn't he like live in like an RV or something? He lived in like a van.
Yeah. It was. I gotta actually watch it again because I only saw it the one time when it was streaming on Yahoo, which I still can't believe they fucking tried to do that. Like, hey, we're gonna fucking be Netflix. I'm like, shut up, shut the fuck up.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine being like, oh man, did you see that new awesome series that everybody needs to see on Yahoo Plus?
Yahoo? You mean my email?
Yeah, that's all. Like,
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Can you imagine watching the new season of the fucking Mandalorian on Gmail?
Oh my
Like,
god. Stop, please. Somehow Google buys Disney.
oh my.
Jesus Christ. Disney could probably buy Google.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think so actually.
Probably. They're both really rich.
All right, what do we got? What do we got here?
Yeah, let's
Going
see.
through the list.
Let's see what else
Going
we
through
got.
this list here.
Shepard.
Troy wrote in.
Hey, Troy.
And he said, good afternoon, human living Oreo. If you was an NPC and had to choose 2 games that you would have wait a minute, what? This is a strange question. If you was an NPC and you had to choose 2 games that you have to live in, would it be GTA Online or Crazy Taxi? So those are our options. So between are you kidding? This is like an easy answer to me.
Crazy Taxi, obviously.
Crazy Taxi.
Obviously. I wouldn't live in
A
fucking
million
Grand Theft
percent.
Auto. Grand Theft Auto's full of fucking gang violence and bullshit. I wouldn't live in that world.
Yeah, Crazy Taxi. All you got to do is just stand around and take taxis. That's a pretty simple life.
Yeah,
If
dude,
you're
like-
in a taxi, you're safe.
Yeah, here's the thing. Grand Theft Auto NPCs are literally there for like the players to just exert the stress of their day onto. They're just there to torture and like maim and destroy, and they die. They're there to die. But in Crazy Taxi, like you can't kill anybody. Like if a taxi like starts barreling into a crowd of people, those crowd of people are just gonna like instinctually know like there's a taxi here, and then they're gonna roll away.
They roll out of the way.
Even if it hits them, they'll probably be fine because the game's not designed to murder NPCs. And also, you get to take these like awesome, like insane roller coaster ass taxi rides across town. Oh man, I gotta get to a Pizza Hut and let me take a roller coaster all the way there. That's such a more funny, and you get to listen to the fucking like Offspring and like Bad Religion.
I was
like,
just thinking of Offspring. Yeah.
It's just such a way better existence for an NPC. If I was a player character, I guess I'd rather be in Grand Theft Auto because then you're just free as hell. But NPC wise, like no way in hell I'm choosing Grand Theft Auto Online.
I would hate that because that world is only suffering for people that aren't the main character.
Even the main characters, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Who
pretty
gets
easy
fucking
to-
jumped.
It is too easy to get killed in GTA now. I remember having a good time doing a lot of dumbass shit in 4, and you would be all right. You know, you can crash out of a windshield. You'd be all right.
Oh yeah.
You fucking dude, if you get hit by a car at like 30 miles an hour in GTA 5, you're fucking dead. It's just all like it's getting too realistic now.
My nephew literally told me he got jumped and robbed by aliens in GTA. He literally told me that happened to him. He said, "I live in the Bronx and that's never happened to me, but this is happening in Grand Theft Auto. What
What
is
does that
going
mean?
on?"
Wait, what happened?
Dude,
He
there's
got
like
jumped and
aliens now
robbed.
in GTA. What's going on with that shit?
There's just like costumes you can put on that are just like purple or red or all these like random costumes, and there's an alien group in the game that they just go around terrorizing other players. And it's hilarious.
I heard somewhere that like there was like gang violence happening in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, that's it. That's the gang violence.
Yeah.
The aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen alien shit
What?
recently. Yeah.
It's bad, bro. They're kidnapping each other. They're fucking attacking each other. They're fighting. It's gang fights. People running around with hammers, beating each other in Grand Theft Auto streets. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yo, Grand Theft Auto Online got too much for me. Like I remember like I tried it and I liked the premise of it. But then like I don't know if you guys remember this, but like and I don't know if it's changed now. I'm sure it probably has because the game's like 7 years old at this point.
Yeah.
But
Holy shit.
I remember when you first got it, like you needed to like buy car insurance, and like if you ruined another player's car, like you would have to pay them in like real money, and like that money was used to get weapons, and you couldn't unlock like the good weapons until you like played like a certain amount of like ranked like team deathmatch shit, or like a bunch of like weird game modes that you're not playing Grand Theft Auto for.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
Yeah, I was I remember all of that stuff. I don't know if it's still doing it, and I do remember being angry because even though Grand Theft Auto, a big staple of it was racing, and a lot of I never cared about those missions, and so I was
Yeah.
pretty angry where I had to like not only race, I had to wait for other people to join. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm not a fan of that shit, man. I'm not a fan of like.
Yeah, it made me sad because I actually really loved Grand Theft Auto 4's multiplayer because it was just you would jump into free roam, and then it was just that was it. Like you would just hang out in Manhattan.
Yeah, it was him and
then, like,
sandboxing.
yeah, and it was also just like it was actually like very like arena shootery in a way, like not necessarily like in what the game was or like how it was designed or anything, but in the sense that like everybody started with the same ability, the same stats, and you would just find weapons on the map as you go, and you would find vehicles on the map as you go, and it was like, oh, this is fun. I like this because you didn't have to grind for the ability to use C4. You just had to know where the C4 spawned, and you had to go find it before somebody else did, and then you could just terrorize other people organically instead of having this like weird kind of system that's like kind of intended for that. It felt a little bit more freeing because you knew that the developers were just like kind of throwing you into the sandbox and just saying like have fun instead of trying to guide you with systems and like, oh, don't ruin other players' cars because you'll be penalized for it. And it's like, what? I want to blow up people's cars. Of course, it's Grand Theft Auto 4. This is Grand Theft Auto Online. Are you kidding? You expect me not to steal some? You can't steal other players' cars in Grand Theft Auto Online.
Really?
Yeah, because of the what happens? You get booted. Something happens. I forgot what it was. But
You just can't. You can't do it.
There's
You
a
can't-
protection.
I don't know if,
It shuts
again,
down
like,
or
this
something.
Is the last time I played it, so like 2013, 2014 time. But like back then, I tried to steal. This guy was like griefing me. This guy was like killing me every time I spawned. So I went and I sought out his car because his car is like on the map. It's like labeled as like this player's car. And I tried to steal it or try to blow it up, and it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me steal it. So I blew it up, and then I got penalized for it. I got all my money taken away, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is so stupid."
That's wild.
Yeah, I remember.
Why am
something
I
like that
being
happening.
punished for being punished?
Sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Grizzly.
remember something like that happening, and yeah, and this was like, say, 2017 when I was playing it, so I'm assuming it's still the same because that wasn't that long, like 3 years later. I don't think they, I don't think they did anything.
It's not a
But
stretch.
I don't know. I might hop on it again or something, or I was actually
I
thinking
might
about
get it actually. I'm probably gonna get it. A lot of people that I should like for a stream for like you should probably get Grand Theft Auto, and I'm like, all right,
dude. I think
I'll
it's
see.
like well, last time I checked, it was $15 on Steam. So yeah,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you should check that out. I wonder if it's still
Might have to
$15,
happen.
but because I liked what I like doing. Oh, it's $30 now, but it'll be on sale again. So you just put it in a wish
It's on
list.
Game Pass too right now, I think.
Oh shit! Well, there you go. If you just
I heard
yeah.
it was free somewhere. I heard it was free in some form or fashion.
Yeah, it's free on Game Pass.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, just do that. My favorite things to do is just when you play those games. It's not necessarily just going online. I just like going into single player and just doing fucking horde mode. You know, you do it with their cops.
Just killing swaths of cops, particularly ones with white skin. Just fucking slaughtering them, like killing them like fucking dogs, like bringing them out to the back of the fucking house and just fucking putting shells in their fucking domes, you know?
Damn, dude.
All right, Vox, cut the cop killing conversation out. This is a sponsored podcast.
The making bacon. That's what I would call it. They call it making bacon.
Come here, little piggy.
good.
Come here, little piggy.
Jesus Christ. Why do they call them pigs again? It was like, what was it? It was an abbreviation for something, right?
I don't know.
I don't know the origin of pig at all. Actually,
Not even slightly.
that's so that's so weird. Why do
It's got to come from something. Anyway, what we got? We got this question here. Heartless Wretch wrote in.
Yeah.
Might be the last month I can give to the podcast for a while, and I realized that in all this time I hadn't asked a question, so now is my only chance. Chris, what is your favorite episode of Pre-Game Discharge? To Mr. Blackman and the Sween, what YouTube videos do you watch, if any, like TV shows, like a week-to-week thing where you tune in for? I love the podcast and hope you all stay safe, and thank you for the enjoyable content. Well, thank you, Heartless Wretch, for all your support.
Yeah, we really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate it,
Thank
but
you so
obviously,
much.
you know,
We understand.
do what you got to do. Anyway, I don't have every episode of Pre-Game Discharge is my favorite episode because Lyle is a beautiful soul.
Lyle's just fucking hilarious.
Lyle's insane.
He's so
pretty great.
intense that the whole time he's so fucking yoinked. I'm like, good,
Yeah.
sick. This is insane.
Yeah, they're fun intros. But as far as like YouTube channels that I watch kind of religiously, I'm sure there are some, but I feel like I have to think.
I have
for
a
little
few.
bit.
I have a few I watch every time. But what about you? What do you, Derek? What do you got?
I don't know, like watching something like it's television on YouTube that
Like regularly.
I would say the only thing is it would be. I would say it's weird because a lot of it's kind of slowed down because a lot of it was sports oriented, like watching things like First Take or whatever, and just hearing fucking
fire, dude.
Max Kellerman and fucking Stephen A. just bitch at each other. That's always
I
fun.
fucking love Stephen A. Smith and Shannon too. I love fucking hearing.
Yeah, Shannon
fucking-
Sharp with Skip
Now, let me
Bayless.
let me tell you, Skip.
let me tell you, Skip. You fucking punk ass little bitch.
Dude, I did not know he was in the shape he was in, bro.
Oh, dude, he never
He's
stopped. He never
insane.
stopped. Like everybody else gets that, the retired athlete's body where they just kind of stop because, like, why keep working out at that top level? But
Yo.
I don't know. For some reason, he's like, I'm gonna stay as ridiculously swole as humanly possible just
He's
for talking.
Insane. He's in peak physical shape right now. Like physically,
Yeah.
he just looks like he's in perfect form.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. But I would watch stuff like that, and then there's a show I watch called Morning Combat, which is not it's not internet blood sports.
You sure?
It's people talking about just combat in general, usually MMA and then boxing, whatever's going on. So, but it's kind of ramping back up because the UFC has had 3 events in the past week, which is pretty insane. So
Wild. That's risky.
yeah, but they test everybody and they barely have anybody, so there's no audience or anything. But my whole thing is that's probably the only thing that I watch. Like, say, I like to keep up with that stuff as if like. It always keeps me kind of holding on to where I'm like, man, I really need to go train. I need to join that fucking mixed martial arts gym and actually start training. Not to compete, but just to do it. and so it always just kind of keeps me holding on, but I haven't done it yet. Cause I'm I'm just a gamer.
I don't know,
I'm
like
fat.
I feel like there aren't that many. I don't know if I watch that many people who upload that consistently, but I
have a
channel that I always check to like make sure. Oh, Buff Corel is somebody.
Buff Corel,
that
absolutely.
we've been watching a lot.
I fell off like fucking a few years ago.
Nah,
Dude, man,
we watch
Buff Corel
it
is still
every
at
week.
It. He's still at it, and there's always just some. He's covered, I think. For those of you who don't know, we're jumping the gun a little bit. For those of you who don't know who Buff Corel is, he's just this dude who does these like horrible covers of every single song that you could possibly imagine. There's like anime openings. There's like Nickelodeon teen drama theme songs. Disturbed, Alicia Keys, just an absurd number of artists, and he covers them horribly while dancing in the same room without a shirt and doing all these like absurd dance moves.
Don't forget about the most important thing. The stuff that he puts grease like Vaseline in his hair, and then he has
lathered in Vaseline. He's got giant eyebrows.
Yes.
He's got a big poster of himself in his room that he always stares at. His videos are he's always wearing basically the same pants. The camera is always in the same direction. The room never changes.
It's insane.
It's the strangest. It's the most fascinating thing, and I hope to God the next time that I see a Buff Corel video, I want to see in the comments people
Snark
reference
Tank.
this podcast. I want people there. I want people showing Buff Corel some support because he's insane.
dude.
Dude,
We
it's
should
wild.
have,
We
dude.
watch Buff
Our
Corel all the
first
time,
guest
bro.
should be Buff Corel, man. That'd be fucking amazing.
Oh, can you imagine we can get him as a guest on the podcast?
Dude, I did a
That'd be
deep dive on him, man. Because I was gonna do a video about him on my second channel, and he like I found his older channel where he was sane still, and like he was talking in complete sentences, and he was still in front of the camera. But then he slowly started to start dancing, and then he started putting on the weird stuff and the Hitler stash, and then it just evolved into what you see now.
Wait, he was a normal person once?
Yes, he was in the army too. he was a normal person at some point, and then something happened, and now
That
he's just
explains why he's unnecessarily jacked.
yeah.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
Ready, set, go. Like I'm like, what?
Hey, you Buff Corel. Come on, what you doing?
It's your boy Buck Girl.
For me,
It's
I
so
think
great.
the people I watch Comics Explained roughly every day. Every day I watch Comics Explained.
Is
or
that
at
from
least-
Comic
at least,
Historian?
like twice a week.
Is that the channel Comic Historian, or is that something different?
No, it's one of his homies. It's Comics Explained. It's another big comic book channel.
Oh,
on YouTube.
that's actually the channel. Okay.
Then I also I keep up with, I guess, Critical Role, but they've been gone for a little while. But I keep up with Critical Role, and then the last thing I'd say I watch every day, at least regularly, is I really got into Moist Critical. As of very recently, I got into Critical, and I've been like watching him religiously because his voice is just so confusing to me. He sounds like he can't get excited anymore. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I've known about Critical for a really long time.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
never
really recent
I-
I found out about Critical because of the Smash
Yeah,
community.
Yeah, I remember him from the Co-op video. That was like the big one.
That was a long time ago, dude.
Yeah, that was like 2007 or something, 2009,
It's wild.
something like that.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
Aside from that, like I feel like I just watch. I feel like I watch a lot of the same videos over and over again, just because it's almost like.
Oh, and Aztec Gaming.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Aztec Cross.
Fucking so he does Destiny videos, and we play Destiny a lot in this house, and just our roommates are really into it. So he does a lot of like just basically like, oh, here's what the meta is, and here's what the what's happening with this gun. Here's an update and what this means. And he's like really good at explaining stuff, but he's got like the strangest voice I've ever heard, because it's like southern, like it's like redneck, but it's not.
He sounds like.
How would you describe it?
He sounds like a very aware and respectful redneck, or like a southerner. He sounds like a very politically versed southerner.
It's really strange.
He has
Like,
a fantastic
I can't-
voice, though.
It's a good voice. Like, it's not a voice that I normally would be able to, like, if someone were to mimic that voice to me, I would be like, that sounds like a terrible voice. But for some reason, it really works well with the way that he speaks. I don't know if I could really ever pinpoint that accent, because it's just so strange. What's his channel's name again?
Aztec Gaming. Aztec Cross Gaming, I think, actually.
Yeah, it's something like that. He does Destiny videos. If you find that combination of titles and vaguely similar sounding names, it's probably the right person. But I don't know how to describe that accent at all.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, it's very niche, but his voice is like really strangely satisfying. What do we got here? Give me a sec. Oh fuck! On the site, just fucking crashed.
Oof.
Classic Patreon. Patreon is so well optimized.
Yeah, they're just collecting checks. They're not like
Yeah.
they're not doing
I don't think they've had a single update to this site in like the longest time.
It's been a couple years, I think. Like
They just don't care, bro. Like, you're gonna use us, so shut up and get over it.
Yeah. What a fucking great position to be in, like creating a site where you just, all right, everybody, this is where you make money, and just give us a cut of it, and then you do nothing. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. It's like Steam.
Yeah,
It's like Valve when they made Steam. It's just like, hey, we'll just make a lot of money from other people selling their games on our platform.
yeah,
Honestly.
We win.
yeah.
They're pretty much uncontested, even with like the Epic Game Store existing.
Yeah,
Like,
Epic.
they still make like a stupid amount of money.
Right. Yeah, they have a lot of my fucking money. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
They have a bunch of my
such
money.
a big library on
I don't
Steam.
even have a fucking Steam. I don't have like a fucking PC that can play video games. I have a bunch of games on Steam already. Just waiting. Just waiting to use them.
They fucking got you, man.
Already.
Goddamn Gaben dude. Fucking slap him if I ever see him.
Slap him in his fucking mouth.
Mitchell Blackwood wrote in. He said, "Good day, fellas." It's very Australian.
Good day.
Good eye,
Good
Mike.
day.
Good day.
If you could make a gameplay mechanic change and a storyline change in any game of a series, what changes would you make? Chris for Halo, Derek for Mass Effect, Sweeney for Zelda. Keep up the great work. You guys rock. Stay safe. You guys can go first because I don't know.
Wait, like a gameplay thing for like Zelda that I would change?
Anything that you would change about these... Let's simplify it a little bit. Anything that you would change about these these franchises on a gameplay level.
Okay, I would change the I would give their ability to be able to focus on, like, you know how you lock on targets in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
I would make it so you could sort of do it more passively than like only facing them directly and kind of the camera only focusing on that one person. I wish you could do it in more of a God of War manner where like one person would be sort of highlighted in a little bit more manner than everybody else. So I can still get a good view of everyone else around me. I would change that. And then story-wise, I would have Zelda.
Nobody's asking about story. Nobody's asking that.
Okay. So
I don't care about that. I don't care about what your answer is for that. Fuck you.
I don't care about you, bitch.
I'll fight you.
I'll fight you back.
Here we go. I want that death match.
I'll fight you back. Can you imagine you saying to somebody says to you, "I'll fight you," and you say, "I won't."
I won't. I'll kill you.
That's a great response, actually.
It's actually, yeah. That's definitely gonna have someone leave you alone.
We're gonna start
Anything
thinking.
that you would change about your beloved Mass Effect?
Mass erect.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. No, the only thing that I missed the sliding mechanic when you would slide in a cover from ME2, and they took it out at Mass Effect 3.
Did they really?
Yeah. So now you don't slide in the cover anymore. You just you pretty much just duck down once you're like at there. So in which sliding in a cover would actually you would evade some shots that way. It didn't just look cool. It actually helped keep your shield intact. So it was something that I'm like, that's dumb. I don't know why they took that off. I think the only reason they did that maybe is because sometimes when you're running towards like something, you can slide over it, and then it maybe would be an issue. But I usually never use that mechanic. It didn't fucking like I never needed to slide over something, like genuinely needed to do it. It just kind of looked cool. And then I think everybody would agree with the ending of Mass Effect 3, the Catalyst, that stupid little kid. I think that's like the only thing that universally everyone's like, what is this shit? What is this stupid little kid? and like I hate that he's talking to me, and I would just completely get rid of him, and I didn't even care about the different choices, which, you know, because if there was only one way, I think people would have bitched about that too. We're like, oh man, we've had so many choices and so many different variables we can do, and now there's only one canon thing. People would have bitched, but I really just think that stupid kid at the very end, that was the part of the catalyst. That kid that died at the beginning of the game, and then all of a sudden now it almost turned into some contact shit, where it's like, I'm projecting your stupid image of the blah, blah, blah. You know, like, it was just like, what the fuck is this? This is stupid. But I did hear, it was a rumor, I might have talked about this before, that they had different plans, because they talked about dark matter in the second game, and they thinking that the Reapers were going to be tied to that, and then there was a leak on Reddit, because of course there was, and then because of that, I think it's just a rumor that the devs were like, well, fuck you then, we're gonna switch it up, and then that's where that kid got inserted. And I'm like, that was the worst decision he could have ever made, ever.
That was
worse than kids,
that was
man.
pretty stupid.
There's
Yeah.
nothing fucking worse than kids, bro. Nothing worse.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, you know, I'll sign that.
They're fucking garbage. They're just small people with fucking less evolved brains. Idiots.
Yeah, I don't need them in video games. Like, I really don't. Like, they're a nuisance, especially like, why would you do that? What reason? Why would anybody think that's a good idea? That's the weird thing. That's the weird, like,
Yeah.
it was weird.
The thing that I hated most about The Last of Us was that I couldn't kill that kid, you know.
I really wish I could have killed kids in Skyrim, honestly.
Oh yeah.
There's a mod for that on PC.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
great.
have
Fucking
fucking
annoying and disrespectful to me. And I was like, yo, I'm the Dragonborn. I'll shout you into a house and turn you into fucking paste, you little idiot.
I I took I don't know if I'm remembering this right. My memory's a little bit hazy because this is like 2011, 2012. But I remember I modded that ability into the game. And do you remember the fucking, what's that stick that would like change things into other?
the Wabbajack?
The Wabbajack.
Yeah.
I Wabbajacked this kid who was like talking shit to me. He was like, my daddy could beat you up. And like I turned him into like a pile of mice and just killed all the mice.
Yes.
I don't know
Oh
if it
my
was
God.
mice specifically or like whatever the fuck, but like I turned him into something and killed whatever it turned into. And it was like just such a freeing moment when I could just like, oh, you can finally shut these stupid little idiots up.
Now you see
Fucking
the
little roaches,
way you
bastards.
savor the kill is don't fucking use weapons. Use gauntlets, man. Because you fucking suplex them like a German suplex. Like, just imagine that suplex. I would have had so much fun putting them on your back and then slamming them. It was so just so satisfying, and I
Liberating.
I have a lot of, and as a matter of fact, I need to. The last time I played Skyrim, I was streaming it. I guess I took that one off, that mod off, which I was kind of pissed off. And then there was like some mods like where my wife and some other chick were all naked, and I was like, fuck. So I kind of like switched, but I just try to avoid them, you know. But I wanted to show everybody, like, we fuck them kids, man. They need to be dealt with at all cost.
They're the worst people in that game because they're just invulnerable without the mod.
They're just gods,
they're just
pretty
like
much.
so they stick out especially. So like, yeah, that's just such a free. This is making me want to play Skyrim again.
Yeah, me too.
It's liberating. I want to play it again, but I just don't. I don't want to put that much time into a game again.
You just mod it. You could just do like a stupid modded version where you could just jump in and just sort of fuck
And
around.
yeah, have everything fucking.
Possibility.
That's what I think the last time I played, that's exactly what I did. I had a cheat chest where it had like every resource I needed in it. Right by the White Run, you know, the first the first smithing thing. There was a chest right there and it had every single thing that I ever needed in the game. And it was great. That's what I love mods for, that very reason, especially after you've beaten something and maybe you're just gonna put it down, but it's like now I have a whole nother fucking world to explore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just getting everybody naked.
It's a fun game. More games should let you just dismantle kids.
Okay.
I'm sad that we can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think for me, I feel like I talk about this every stream at this point. But if I were to change anything, I would probably change nearly everything about the Halo 5, everything about it. Because the original trilogy I wouldn't touch. I wouldn't hold a candle to it. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't breathe on it. I wouldn't blow on it. I wouldn't wink at it. It's perfect. It's fine. Exactly the way it is. I think I wouldn't have sprinting in it. I think sprinting just inherently kind of fucks map design in those kinds of games. The story is just a whole another workaround. But I think that's really the main thing. Like, the main mechanics, like no sprinting. Your weapon should always be up and ready to fire at every given moment in that game. Anything else just slows it down. Even if it feels like you're moving faster, you're just not. Like, you're straight up not. It's accelerating your base movement speed to a higher speed, but that higher speed was your base movement speed in the previous games. It's the illusion of speed, and it sucks. And that's pretty much the only thing I would change. I think everything else is probably fine.
That's fair. Who's in that?
We got one more here from... What is this? Jeez, okay. I'm retard.
Oh.
Wrote in.
Perfect.
Okay.
He says, "Felicitations, CEO of Epic Games, unremarkable, dark, pigmented descendant of Africa, and lanky Millhouse." This is all fuck.
Fuck. He scorched you two. Shit.
Lanky Millhouse.
Fuck.
Lanky?
Fuck, bro.
What?
He said unremarkable descent. Unremarkable.
He called you the CEO of Epic Games.
I mean, that sucks, but like, man.
Because his name is Tim Sweeney. Did you know that?
I know that. I found his name was Tim.
Interesting.
Tim. Anyway, Jesus Christ. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm retarded. I'm not going to...
Yeah, he's going to catch some hands. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's trying to get beat up. Anyway, he says, as a child, what is the most shameful thing you've ever done to one of your friends? For me, it would be when I excommunicated one of my best friends because he stopped caring about Halo and began to play COD instead. That's insane, dude. You gotta calm down.
He deserves it, but that's vile.
I love Halo, but like, yo, let's all just
hardcore nerd
let's
shit.
all take a breather a little bit.
I don't know. I was like a good friend. I never really did any fucked up things to my friends. I was never that kind of kid. If you were my friend, I was always nice to you.
I was playing Mario Party with a friend of mine, like when I was like, this was like maybe like 2002 or 2003, something like that. And he got so lucky in that one game of Mario Party that I refused to talk to him ever again. And I held to that promise. I have not talked to him since.
You know what's hilarious? The same thing happened to me, actually.
Are you serious? Like,
I'm
the same
not,
exact
like, I'm
fucking
not
thing?
kidding. I swear to God. That's like one of the stories about my friends. Like, one of my friends, he beat me so bad that I got up, I cursed at him, and I walked out of his house. And I spoke to him the next time a month before I moved from fucking upstate New York. So that was maybe like 6 years I didn't speak to him at all.
Mario Party is a fucked game. Like, it just infuriates you.
It's just not fun. It's just like really, really the most fuck. Because we would just play one-on-ones against each other. It'd be me and him and like the two CPUs. And we would just be fucking so angry at one another the whole time. And I was just like, I hate you, you're fucking stupid, you're a bitch. And I got up and I left. And I didn't speak to him for years.
There is one time, too, where a cousin of mine had this... I hope he's not listening to this. A cousin of mine had this really amazing, like, posable, like, limited edition statue of Jack Skellington that I fucking adored. It was just like, it looked like something that like they used to film the movie with. It looked like a genuine prop. I doubt it was, obviously, but it was like just really well made. I was like, this is fucking amazing. And just straight up, I just straight up stole it. Like, I put it in my jacket and left.
God, you're an asshole.
And I don't think he ever really asked me about it.
He's probably fucking crying about it to this day, man.
He's probably like wondering. He's like, and then to make it worse, I just lost it immediately. Like, I lost this like really high quality fucking thing.
That's that's pretty fucked
You're a piece
up.
of shit for that. You're a piece of shit for that.
What? What do you mean?
What? I just stole this thing my cousin probably really adored. What? Then I lost it.
If he adored it, he would have noticed that it was missing and he would have asked me about it. Because I was the only person who could have possibly taken it.
But you know how people usually like, I'm not going to ask my cousin about this because like, I don't think he would do that to me. Why would he betray me like that and just take my shit, you know?
He was a good cousin too. He showed me Metal Gear Solid 2. He was great. I don't know why I did that to him.
Yeah, that's
You're
how you
a
chose to
bad
treat
person.
him.
You're a piece of shit. That's why.
Yeah.
I saw something I wanted and I decided to take it. There's nothing wrong with that.
You sound
You sound like a
like
kidnapper.
someone that needs to calm down.
You sound like someone who kidnaps fucking children. I saw something I wanted and I took it. It's a great fucking defense.
Or takes things from people that don't want them to take things.
Listen,
So you need to pace yourself. You need to pace yourself,
sometimes-
Christopher.
Listen,
Christoph, calm down.
Sometimes to prove that you truly want something, you have to make it clear to other people that you are interested in keeping it. Otherwise, some kid like me, 11, 10, maybe fucking 8, 9 years old, is going to waltz up to your prized statue and steal it because you didn't show it enough love. It had scratches all over it. You didn't love that fucking thing. It was dusty.
Nah, dude.
Come on.
I think you're just trying to validate you being a piece of shit by him not caring.
Of course I am.
You're a bad person for that.
What are you talking? Of course I am. What do you think this is?
You're a bad person for that. I hope a deer stampede your body while you're sleeping. I hope you wake up to
That's
fucking
really
a bunch of.
that's-
Yeah, I hope that Twitch fucking council person just stomps your face to death.
I hope she. I hope she comes in here.
hooves, she puts hooves on her fucking feet and hands and starts just to like.
Rompa stomping.
Starts
bro.
prancing on you or whatever deer do.
Can you imagine being waffle stomped by some lady pretending to be a deer, like down a drain, just fucking stomped until you're paste?
until you're more juiced and solid, bro. Fuck.
She does that stupid deer noise that just sounds like a fucking duck being strewn about a fucking being put under like one of those what are those like things that they use to like flatten things?
Hydraulic press?
No. It's like the steamroller.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh
what
my
is it?
god.
What is a deer?
Never heard
I
of
don't
that.
even know what a
Those
deer
vehicles in a long
sounds
time.
like.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of deer actually, since there isn't
heard of
very
deer?
many
They're
over
gross,
here.
man.
They're fucking
just- they-
garbage, man.
Have you ever seen E.T.?
You say that deer sound like ET.
It's they sound honestly like genuinely. I'm not like exaggerating or trying to be funny. They genuinely sound like when E.T. gets the light like shined on him from Elliot for the first time, and then he does that weird like, fucking, yeah. They sound exactly like that. They're such uncomfortable beings.
What if
I hate them.
What if deer?
Every deer simultaneously falls asleep while they're in the middle of the street.
Holy shit, that's a lot of dead people. Also,
Yeah, that's a lot of dead people. But sacrifice must be made.
What if deer sounded like
Me?
Joe Swanson?
what if deer sounded like delicious pussy?
I don't know about that one, because then would you be tempted to?
I would not
Like-
fuck a deer if it sounded like pussy, Derek. You better not say that. You better not fucking say that shit.
I don't know, man.
Derek, don't say that.
I don't know, man. Pussy's
Okay, thank you guys for tuning into this week's
needs to
Snark Tank
stop. This needs to
podcast.
stop.
It's
We're
been
already going off
it's
the-
been fantastic having you guys. We've been doing this for a little while, and we really appreciate all the love and support we've been getting from people.
I'm a deer.
I don't want to hear Derek say he'd think about fucking a deer if it sounds like pussy. So I'm just gonna give this off to Chris so he can
Yeah,
get
we're
ready to
gonna-
read things.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm a pussy.
God, fucking help
I'm a
us.
pussy,
What is
Peter.
this show? All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna segue out of this little boy. We're gonna head on out of here. Thanks to everybody who watches or I guess listens. Technically, you can watch this, although I don't know why you would. It's literally just a thumbnail.
Yeah,
You must be a genuine psychopath to stare blankly at a screen.
I mean,
that isn't
I've
changing.
seen you do that before, but okay.
I've never done that. What do you mean?
Okay, sure. He's lying. He's
What?
done it. He's done it.
In what context?
I went in your room one time. It was dark, and you were staring at a screen in the dark. And I was like, "You all right?" And you were like, "Oh, hey, dude, what's going on?" And you turned the TV on real quick, like you weren't doing anything wrong. Don't
but that
don't
was
play
in
me.
in
Don't play.
complete abject darkness.
Oh, okay, cool.
That was just me lost in thought. Don't try to equate these
Okay,
things.
okay, cool. You know what's lost in thought often? Hitler. That's why he wrote that whole fucking book.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if that really. It's like,
Fun-
I don't know
fun-
if that really connects.
fun
but
time
anyway,
with Hitler.
Thanks for supporting this show. If you like what you heard today, somehow by some miracle, please consider supporting us on Patreon.com/The Snark Tank. $1 a month gets you early access. $5 a month gets you a question read on the show. $10 gets you an invite to our Discord.
Yeah.
And by the way, there will be automatic
the way I've been doing it is I've been like waiting for people to come in, and then I've just been making a post on Patreon to just that only those people can see as an invite to the Discord. That way, it's just kind of like everybody new gets an invite. But I think there's a way to set it up so the second you sign up for that tier, you're automatically invited. So I'm setting that up pretty soon. By the time this is live, that'll already be enacted. I know a lot of people have been asking for that. But yeah, and the $15 reward tier gets you a producer credit and your name dyslexically read at the end of the show, which we are now currently at.
Let's begin.
So here we go. I heard something. Okay, no, it was just somebody screaming outside my window. All right. Double O Dolphin, a level 1 cleric. Aaron, I no-scope JFK Kalupa, Aaron Alvarez, Ethereum, Alex Morrison, All Hands on Dick, Outs King, Beelzebub the Gimp, Ben Douglas, Big Dude 0444, Black Nipple Gang, Cakes and Foxy PH, Cataclysmic Cunt, Cold Burb, Curtis Smith, Dank House, David Connolly, David Delaney, Decado, Densest dipshit in downtown Detroit.
Nice.
Nice. Dodada, Dovacunt, Dragazoreth, otherwise known as Cunt.
Nice.
Dunderhead, I'm retard. Emperor Palpatine,
Nice.
Epstein's favorite. Oh no.
Oh,
That's
man.
so fucking grim.
That is Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, dude.
Grizzly.
Fat Houdini, Female Sonic Admirer, Fetus Fluid Fellatio, Fjalar Tandri Guttormson. I always fuck that up. God damn.
Surprised you could even say that
Fuhe.
shit.
I'm getting better. It's only been, 15 weeks? I'm getting better at it. Fuhei, great. What is this? Great. What is this? Gavatar, this last straight bender.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the best name.
So do you convert then?
That's the best
He
name.
converts people.
I think so,
he
right?
Converts people. It's pretty good. Girthworm Jim.
Love it.
Grandmaster Zatch. Gucci Gang, My Gooch is Gangrene. Heiko, Heartless Wretch, Harvey Lee Boswald, which I still have a soft spot for. Hugger Derek, I have Dane Bramage.
Dame Bramage.
If Smoff was black, he'd be Tom Sweeney. Jabobo, Jacob Arnston, Jason Tentacles, Jeremiah D. McRoberts, Jose Kayahua. Fuck me. Oh, damn, he's $150 a month.
Holy shit, thank you.
Fucking thanks a lot,
Wow.
Jose
Muchos
Kalahua?
Just thank
gracias.
you, Jose.
Muchos
Thank
gracias,
you, dude.
man.
I know he was, yeah, I guess it just takes time, because he was saying that his name wasn't read at the end of the show last time, but I guess it just takes time to process. Thank you so much, by the way,
Yes.
dude. That's fucking insane.
Bueno.
Julius
Excellente.
Caesar has Jungle Fever,
Ooh.
Akadovox, Kevin Andrew Ennis, King of Haphazard, Limp Bizkit thinks they're black, but they're just gay, Melphis 1, Shiv Lobotomist, Mitchell Blackwood, Moto Zealot, Mr. Ninja Fox 117, Murder Ascended, My Sister Gave Me Herpes, Ooh.
Okay. That was gross.
Nerd, yeah, it's pretty bad. Nerdmaster, Paul, the Nigay Hunting Llama Prince.
Nice.
All right.
Good job, Paul.
Nigga.
Richter 86, Rumple Foreskin, Sandeep. What the fuck? Sandeep Gallarhorn Flucked. What am I reading? You people need to seek counselors in some way.
Fast.
Sandeep Gallarhorn Fluckter person.
Well, I know
Oh.
Sandeep is an Indian name, so thanks, Indian guy. Oh wait,
Thank you.
Sandeep is actually, I think it's a woman's name though. Don't.
Is it
Sandeep?
Indian or is it Native American Indian?
No, like Indian. I knew a girl named Sandeep when I was young. That's why. That's the only reason I know.
Well, I doubt her middle name's fucking Gallarhorn.
You don't know that?
Sergeant Sweaty Sack, Sideshow Bob's $15 prison wallet.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh,
$15.
Christ.
Damn.
Prison wallet?
Yeah. $50.
How do you get that up in there?
You gotta
There's
hide.
nobody who there's nobody who, besides us who find that funny. The fucking Solid Snake imitation where he's just asking every question. Slav Squatter, the globe trotter who dicked your mother's daughter.
Oh my god.
Sunny Chance, Supersonic Sween Peen What? Machine Requiem? God
Requiem?
help you all. God help you. Sweeney, you gave my Oh God, this is fucking me up. Sweeney, you give my tingles in my peenie.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Sweeney the kawaii waifu, Stitch Ripkema, which I still can't pronounce. I'm so sorry. That Nick Walker, the Progerian Hunter, the Spectre Angel, Tickle My Ass Hairs, Toby Shootman, Tom Sweeney, the cum guzzling champion of New York, Tootsie Urethra Franklin, which is such a great
That's a
name.
really good one. That's a really good one.
Urethra Franklin, that's great.
Urethra Franklin.
I used to make that joke when I was a kid, but it's still funny. It's still that's such an evergreen joke because it's so insane. Winthropy, the man denied access to education due to gargantuan thighs.
Oh my god.
Yummy, come inside my tummy. And we have someone below him.
Oh, wow.
Actually.
Here we go.
For once. Zigga, the Z is really a sideways N. Nice.
Oh my god. Thank you guys.
I hate you all and appreciate your support.
My
All
Zigga.
matters so much to us. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you all you Ziggas out there.
Yeah, thanks so much. And also keep in mind, again, in case you forgot, we do have merch available. There should be a link in the description of this episode, regardless of what platform you're listening to it on, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube. By the way, we didn't talk about this. Sorry for the fact that the last episode that went live on YouTube was 12 hours of silence for no good reason. I swear to God, that was not me. I wouldn't make a mistake like that. That's insane.
That's right.
I uploaded the video that YouTube, the second it went live, decided to just fuck the file. So apologies for last episode being late for patrons and for free feeds because of that stupid glitch. Shouldn't happen again, but honestly, that's up to YouTube to not fuck me over again. So we'll see.
We hope not.
We hope not. But it ended up in some fascinating comments. So thanks for that. Anyway, we're gonna head off now. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you guys. Stay safe and goodbye.